Hello.
We're in
and
the
welcome-
Audible Meme
or
thing.
do you- Okay, I was gonna start, but I already am.
Hi guys, and welcome to Audible Meme
No,
5.
fuck off. It's not even the fifth one.
Why are we not? Why? What's with this capitalist fucking bullshit where
If
you're the
you're
only one that gets to do
listening
the intros?
I
If you're
rate the
listening on
intros.
Spotify,
You
It's
write
number
the
5.
intros?
Yeah, I rate the intro.
He has this joke that he likes to say about like Palestine.
Yeah, gotta talk about Israel. You know what? It doesn't even matter. Let's start the fucking podcast, right?
Damn, that shit is real.
Yeah, the fucking no intro this week.
Are we starting?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
us?
start.
Yeah,
Hey,
we're
fuck,
going,
hello.
ham.
I'll have started the video by now.
Raw meat, let's slam.
Yeah,
I'm
so
new.
this week we're going to talk about drone strikes and modern combat scenarios.
Scratch that one off your bingo card, Joseph.
Yeah.
I can go in depth about this one. You just wait and see.
Okay, so we're not going to talk about that this week. Just lay that
I think Jeff Bezos is to blame.
Well, actually.
Oh, I've got glasses.
But
I
for
can
real,
push
we're
my
probably
glasses
going to be
up.
covering the Game Awards, talking about our weeks like we always do, and you know, other goings on in the lockdown life. I think.
Yeah, likely.
Sounds
Is
good
there-
to me.
Is there anything you guys wanted to bring up?
How about we introduce our new guest for the
yeah,
episode?
Yeah, Sean, this is why I do the intro. I usually say I'm with my frequent.
Right.
I'm with my frequent
I'm sorry
co-hosts,
that-
Sean and Adam, and we have our lovely guest Connor joining us here.
Hello. I'm new.
I just
You're
realized
the
you guys'
intern.
audio is way too high, and I'm super quiet.
Why would you ever put us higher than you? Just put Sean up to like max, and then me and you at like mid.
Well, I usually don't put you guys higher than me. I don't actually know what I did, to be honest.
Like some miracle, my nose is unblocked just as it
It's-
started.
A sign of God that this is going to be a great episode.
No, this is gonna be class.
Yeah,
This is gonna be like the only episode I don't listen to.
yeah.
You don't need to listen to it if you're in it.
Like a real.
I didn't even joke about that last night where I'm like, our viewers are going to go from 1 to none because Connor's going to be on the podcast.
Yeah, if you're loyal enough, they let you join.
Yeah. If you watch 4 episodes in a row, we let you on the podcast. Those are the rules.
If you would like to contribute to the discussion about drone strikes in Azerbaijan, please get us at the following email.
Connor, you have an admirer in the chat.
Oh,
I do.
CR Psych. I don't.
Hell yeah. That's Beth.
Alright, cool.
oh hell yeah!
What's up, Beth? She is
Right.
Connor's Xbox friend.
Gilbert, what are our topics today?
I already talked about it, but today we're going to be talking about the Game Awards. We're going to be talking about our weeks as we usually do. I wanted to get into the whole Amazon, Netflix, blah blah blah. Like, if you could only pick one, which one would you have?
Okay, that's
That's a good one.
interesting.
I was
wanted
actually
to-
thinking about this last night, just randomly, so that's
Yeah.
actually quite cool.
I wanted to
It's a
get into it
sign.
in week 1, but we
God.
talked about movies the whole time. And also, fucking University at Home. What the fuck's up with that? Was also a topic I've written down.
Oh, that,
alright.
do you really want to get into that with me?
Mate, I think we're
showed you how
all
strong my opinions
absolutely
are.
done with University at Home.
I'm not, and I will provide my reasons for it, but we'll get to that.
Are you pro University at Home?
I'm not pro it, but I'm not against my current situation.
Okay,
Mm.
well, why are you not against
Are
it?
we getting into it?
Alright, if
Okay.
we're gonna, because so far in my experience, my university's been handling it fucking fantastically. Like, my lectures
That
have
must
been
be
better
fucking
than ever.
nice, man.
Yeah, I know. You've all been what you talked about throughout the week. You're getting fucking shafted. I've got like 3 lectures being uploaded at the start of the week. I've gotten like multiple Q&A sessions, a couple like tutorials that were all spread throughout. I get 24 hours to do my exam, open book. Well, not 24 hours to do it. 24 hours like Windows submission.
See, Adam has this like insane work ethic though. Like that's why he's able to put up with the
See,
working
what's the
from
big
home.
difference?
Adam was
Yeah, but-
already like a psychopath with work at school,
Yeah,
so
Yeah.
like,
that's
Uni's
because
just,
I
Uni's
will
just
sit at my
guys.
desk and I will not do anything till I get it done.
Yeah, I absolutely can't do that.
no.
I had to go live earlier just to get some work done.
See, like I'm a writer, so like I need to deal with things like writer's block. Like,
Man, I've had writer's block since like for like 5 fucking months, and I was like, oh, I'm home. I guess I'll do some writing. My
My-
work ethic's been great. My writing shit's been like,
my creative process is linked directly to my mental health, and we're in the middle of a fucking pandemic. Like,
Yeah. I mean, who feels good when they aren't productive? To be fair, like it's the
That's
core
true.
of. I don't know. It's the core of it for
The
at least
core
me.
you're gonna make it. You
Uh,
make you
the
sound like a
human
capitalist.
condition.
Without progress, we mean nothing.
I'm just a dog chasing car.
So yeah, usually this is shit posting, but this week we've really swung into it.
That's what we do. That's
So,
what we do.
Connor seemed interested in
It's
the
what we
topic. What's best streaming service? Like, if you could only have one right now, considering
See,
all the advantages,
I think. Okay.
what would you pick?
I think to like, but thing with my point, Amazon would be better
Yeah, but
if
I
you
fucking
did not
hate
have to buy certain movies.
I hate
Netflix is the
Amazon.
better service because you don't need you can literally anything that's on Netflix, at least on your part of Netflix.
You
you can
are able
watch.
to access it.
But you get Amazon, you get Amazon Prime, like for
Yeah,
quick
Uh-huh.
delivery. You get Prime Gaming. If you've got Prime Gaming to try. No, I'm kidding. I can't actually get Prime Gamings, which are Twitch Primes.
I
But
fully
you,
agree
you
with
get
you,
those
yeah.
as well, which are cool.
if we're
you
talking about
use
it just
Twitch.
as a streaming service though, not as a
Well, no,
collective.
I said if you all the benefits, because it's unfair to compare, like, you know.
Yeah,
Well,
a lot
Prime
of
Prime
benefits,
Video is a
but-
streaming service. Like, if
Yeah.
it can't come up against another streaming service just because,
I think
oh,
it
we
can.
also sell you things.
I think it can.
I think
'cause
it's a
I think
bit
it
of a-
gets a lot of stuff earlier.
I think
Yeah,
it's a
but
bit of
you
an
also have to
unfair
pay for it.
advantage- A bit of an unfair advantage to us because we're students and we get to play student prime instead of
Yeah,
That's true,
Student
that's true.
Prime's like,
true.
yeah, we get it
Netflix
cheap as
is full
fuck.
price still.
Netflix is still
That's
full
true.
price.
But literally, when I was going to do my project last night, I was looking through, like, okay, is there any of these on Netflix, or do I have to pay for them on...
Yeah, or do you have to pay like
Amazon?
£2 to fucking
yeah.
buy it?
And I was talking about, like, Schindler's List and The Pianist. I think Schindler's List is on Netflix, and The Pianist is on Prime for Amazon, whereas Ali and Raging Bull are both, I have to pay, like, a tenner.
Yeah, but are they on Netflix at all? Like, I'd rather have the
No.
option to at least pay to watch it than.
No, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I appreciate the option in Amazon, but I hate that I have to rent or pay every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's almost nothing on Prime. Like, once
I
you've
think
watched
there's
it,
a
like,
lot on
that's
Prime.
it.
I think there's
I-
actually quite a lot on Prime, just as long as you don't go looking for a specific show. Like, if-
Specific, yeah.
Yeah, if you're
not
willing
wrong,
to
you're
go
not
through
wrong.
what they already have.
The problem is that Amazon, like, you go and look up like Amazon Prime Video, the website right now.
Uh-huh.
One of like at least it's going to show like maybe 3 rows of videos on the very first screen if you don't touch the mouse. At least one of them is always the paid stuff, and I'm just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
absolutely right. It does try and promote stuff really heavily.
Mm-hmm.
which is
It puts
how
me-
business works.
it-
Sorry, Adam,
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos.
No. I was just gonna say it puts me on when I it puts me off. Yeah, it puts me on.
Hey.
It puts me off when I go on and I'm like, oh, this isn't on Netflix, but it's on Prime.
And then you find
But
out.
I have to pay
Yeah.
for it if it's on Prime. I don't know. I don't want to have to pay money for something I'm already subscribed to.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
I open up Netflix, I'm like, if I deep dive enough, it has like the up and coming tab. The only thing I've used Prime for has been watching literally things that have James May in it, and then Good Omens.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
been my
There's
that's
not
my
even-
entire
That's
use of
fucking
Prime.
amazing.
There's not even
I
been
know
the.
we're not talking about it. Yeah, sorry, go on, go.
Yeah, there's not even been a new Grand Tour in a while,
Yeah.
which is what a lot of
There-
people
there's
are
the
on.
new one coming out soon, yeah.
There's been an
Yeah,
advert for
it's
one
a
recently.
Yeah. I hope there's a new one. soon.
We're not talking about it, but the worst thing Disney Plus has done was make you pay for Mulan.
Yeah,
and I
that
think
was
that
dog
it's gonna
shit.
have to learn for
Yeah,
that
it's an
because
already
that's them
expensive
trying to be
streaming service, and now they're like, please give us more money for a remake of a
guys,
already
we
good movie.
we couldn't put it in theaters, guys. Please pay
Guys,
30 quid.
it's us, it's Disney. You may not have heard of us. We're kind of niche and we're struggling. If you could just give me your bank details.
And
Yeah.
it wasn't even a good
That
movie.
expensive of a
It was-
service.
Yeah,
it
I've
wasn't
not
even a
seen
good
it, so I
movie.
couldn't comment. But I also
Right.
don't care
It
about it.
wasn't a great movie, but the reason that it was charged that much is it's like if you're Adam, just you, if you went onto
Yeah.
Disney Plus, if you had it and were just like, oh, Mulan, you wouldn't pay like 20 quid for it.
Fuck
But
no.
a family of like 5.
Subscribe to Beans and Egg on YouTube.com.
Rowan, fuck you.
Ron, fuck off, man.
Oh,
I can't believe you just
Yeah.
popped in to say subscribe to Beans and Egg.
We can get him as a guest next week and we can bully him about it.
Out of spite, I'm gonna mute that part of the. No, I'm kidding.
get
Please.
Sinead.
I'll just put fuck Beans and Egg on my homies hate
Shit.
Beans and Egg on the screen.
Change the like background card to like a middle finger for like half of a second during that segment, being like, "Oh, technical difficulties, I guess."
I will think about it.
Oh yeah, what
Yeah.
are we at? Yeah,
Mulan.
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 Yeah,
Does this mean we have to put Rowan as a co-author or a co-artist on Spotify?
Yeah. Or tag Ron Latham. Do you know
hey, we
you
can
can
make
actually
theme music for
when you
us.
upload to
that's really
Spotify,
weird.
you can
In like a
include
week or so, I'm
songs.
gonna be on Spotify.
Oh.
I'm just gonna use all Rowan's songs, and because this is a Spotify podcast, you can't DMCA me. Get fucked, Rowan.
Yeah.
Good
So,
shit.
like, the difference
But yeah,
being, like,
Sean, please continue.
you're not going to pay 20 quid for it, but a family of 5 who would have paid like 60 quid in the cinema to
Yeah.
go watch it because
Would
their
pay
kids
20
like
quid
Disney.
for it.
But I don't
would
think
pay
they should
20
be
quid for it.
paying extra at all. Although that argument could be made with why is Amazon Prime showing you charge stuff at all?
I think you make a really good point, Sean, but I still
Yeah.
think fuck Disney because
Disney
they're
is a
literally like the
family
biggest
platform.
thing in the world, and they're just like, yeah, you guys still have to pay, even though none of you have jobs probably.
Like,
Plus,
as much
You've
as
al-
there is shit tons of like teenagers or like millennials who are like, fuck yeah, Disney, I love Disney, I'm a Disney fan. Its main name is families. That's who's watching it.
yeah,
You
you're not
know?
wrong.
I fucking hate
Because
Disney.
if you're in a family of
I'm not
4 and you've got
huge
young
on it.
kids, Sean's completely right. It's cheaper to buy it on Disney Plus than to go to the cinema.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
they did it once and they're like, oh, that didn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, people
I-
got really mad.
I doubt it did what. Yeah, I doubt even that many
Mate.
people paid for it because it was gonna become free later.
Mm.
Yeah, I'd like to find out what the movie's actual earnings were, solely because
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
against
Nah.
everything the movie stands for, because I fucking love the original Mulan. I don't like many Disney movies, but Mulan's my
I don't-
shit.
I've
No,
not
it's
even
not
seen
live
the
action.
original.
Oh, Gilbert.
I'm sorry.
I
Let's
don't
get
think
down
the
to
live
business.
action one was bad, but it's not great.
It's
Yeah.
really
just
not.
kinda-
That's fair. I mean,
Isn't the main actress for Mulan kind of yikes as well?
She's kinda-
yeah,
Yeah.
didn't she do some?
I think she's done some not great things, and she's still got to
Unkosher.
play Mulan.
The movie's so long as well, and it doesn't need to be.
Did you? I know that again. I keep fucking spinning off topic. but
Mate,
did you
that's
see
me
the-
every week. Just
podcast.
go ahead.
Did you
That's
see
what we do.
the Miss Marvel controversy?
Like
there's, like-
no,
like-
I did not.
Like
Please explain. You're
one of the side
Marvel
characters is supposed to be like hold on, let me get the. It's a tweet thread called
Yeah.
I like something
Fix
against
Miss
Miss
Marvel.
Marvel. Fix Miss
Okay.
Marvel, yeah.
Fix
And
Miss
it's like
Marvel.
they have a child molester or accused child
What?
molester. They have a
That's
like,
not all right.
like what fuck? It's like
A
like
Trump
an Indian
supporter
girl
and
playing a
shoes.
Pakistani girl, and like
Oh,
like
that's
her-
yikes as fuck.
her like her religion
her
is like
best-
one of the main
Okay.
parts of her character, and then they've just completely we'll just give it to someone else.
Someone else can
I
have
mean-
that aspect.
Her-
Have fun toots.
Her best friend in the comics is like a hijab wearing
Yeah.
like young girl, and they've cast.
Please don't tell me
it-
they've
it's
cast like a
it's
basic
very
white
weird.
chick.
Right, I've got
Um,
it. I've got it here. I've got it here.
There you go.
Trump
Okay.
supporter playing her Italian best friend, a half-white Christian playing her other best friend who's supposed to be a Turkish hijabi. Right, that's what I was talking about. An Indian woman is playing her Pakistani Muslim mother, and now
Oh,
a sex offender is playing another teen who's going to be around them.
My
wait,
biggest
is it
problem is the
wait,
sex
is it
offender.
Is it Ansel Elgort? Is
Is
he
it
not
Ansel
in the movie?
Elgort?
Is that
I heard it's Ansel Elgort.
Oh,
Yeah.
for fuck's sake! man.
fucking Baby Driver?
That dude
Goddamn.
ruined Baby Driver by being himself.
No, Baby Driver is pure. Leave it alone.
No, man.
Okay, well,
But now he's in it.
Mate, you remember that Kevin Spacey's in that fucking movie?
Kevin
Oh,
Spacey's been in the
bruh.
movie the whole
Someone else
time.
ruined it.
Just leave it be.
It's a good argument about separating art from the artist, but
Yeah. How many of the artists are gonna turn out to be fucking pedophiles is the question.
I wonder what the ratio of pedophiles to,
To
cast
Baby
and crew
Driver.
members on Baby Driver.
Yeah,
No,
it's probably
Baby
an
Driver is-
unfavorable ratio.
Just let it be. Art over artist, whatever.
Listen,
Edgar
man,
Wright is fine.
we didn't make
Edgar
the
Wright's done
decision.
nothing wrong. Edgar Wright's done nothing wrong.
The council has spoken.
The council
no.
has spoken.
Like, can we just like replace
I
Kevin
think we
Spacey
should.
and
I think
Ansel
we should
Elgort with
recast that.
Nick Frost and
Bro, Well,
fucking
remember,
Simon
they
Pegg?
could,
Nah,
they could
nah,
always
nah.
figure it out.
We
Remember
should
they,
just
like,
put Macaulay
CGI
Culkin in their
replaced-
place.
Oh, no.
Remember they like CGI
Multiple.
replaced fucking Kevin Spacey in that COD game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
yeah.
he was the villain, and then they're like, ah, oh no.
Surely having a
Like, I think-
pedophile
I
as your
think got rid
villain
of- they
just
got
makes
rid of
him
him
more
for that.
hateable.
What was that
Yeah.
other film?
Did I go
Uh,
back to Gilbert's point? Let's
what
just
was-
make,
what
let's
was
just
Gilbert's
make
point again?
Macaulay Culkin both of them.
Yeah,
No,
just
no,
make
no.
Macaulay Culkin both of them.
It's
Nah,
just young.
mate-
It's young Macaulay Culkin from Home Alone, and now Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
No, you
Both
gotta
versions.
use Macaulay Culkin, and then use his brother who plays the guy in Scott Pilgrim, and then you just got the
Which guy in Scott Pilgrim?
what's Scott's roommate?
Oh,
Fuck,
right. Actually, it's
Yeah.
his brother.
That's his brother.
Oh,
Kieran
that's
Culkin?
funny.
Damn.
That's funny.
I never knew that. That's wild.
They look very similar. I watched it again like 2 days ago.
What
I'm not
a
gonna
hard
lie.
tangent
See the
for
fact that you
best
said
streaming
Culkin
service.
was their second name, my brain just froze.
Yeah.
I was just like, wait, Culkin?
The Culkin, the Macaulay of.
Macaulay Culkin is like one word. You
Yeah,
can't-
that's what, like Macaulay Culkin. Like I never thought it'd be, or I thought like his name was like Macaulay Culkin. Like
Yeah, Macaulay's a second name, so.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Macaulay's a second name, like 100%. It's not like a
a
first name.
second
What's
name or his second
What's
name?
his first name?
No, I
Well,
think
no,
he's saying
no,
a
no, no.
second name.
It's his first name, but it's
He's saying a
his
second name. Yeah.
yeah. His first name is basically a second
You
name.
and Macaulay shout
Oh,
out.
okay. Right. Yeah, like Gilbert is basically a second name. Like it could be
Yeah.
a second name.
Everyone remember he was married to Mila Kunis for 8 years.
Oh my god. No?
No.
You say remember
not
like
know
we weren't
this?
children when this was happening.
Mate, it was like 2010, and then he got married to.
I was
the
9
Asian
in
girl from-
2010, mate.
We were 9
He
in
got,
2010.
he's now with Brenda Song from Sweet Life
Yeah,
on Deck
yeah, I
and
saw
Sweet
that.
Life of Zack and Cody.
The one who plays
Yeah.
Paris.
Yes,
Oh, that's amazing.
It's London.
it's London. It's
Oh,
London.
sorry.
It's London Tipton, you uncultured
I-
fuck.
Paris, London. They're both
Paris,
cities,
my
man.
favorite character.
Shut the fuck up.
you, got,
Hey,
like,
we can-
you got like Sweet Life fan fiction.
hey,
London's twin sister, Paris.
Paris Tipton. Fuck's sake.
There appears to be some sort of breakup happening in our chat between Mallow and Beth. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
I wanna get the
Mallow's
stream up,
just
I wanna
like,
see
nah,
what they're
man, I'm
saying."
playing Among Us. That's so funny.
What are they saying? I want to see.
They're just fucking. I don't know, man. Let's not get into it because people listening to this won't
I
understand.
have a good segue. I have a good segue.
Okay,
since
go on.
Smack
Yeah,
is
on you go.
Sweet Life. So everyone see they're doing an iCarly remake now.
What? No.
A
They're doing-
remake?
They're doing an iCarly remake with the original cast, except for I think they don't have Jeanette McCurdy and the guy who
They
plays
don't have Jeanette
Gibby.
McCurdy. That's bullshit.
Jeanette McCurdy doesn't want to be in it because like she has a podcast apparently. I saw this in a Reddit
Yeah,
thread.
damn.
today.
Jeanette
She talks
McCurdy's
about how
vibing.
Jeanette
Yeah, she
McCurdy's
got,
a
like-
direct competitor of Audible Meme.
She got like used and abused by Hollywood, and she didn't
Oh,
want to do
that's
it. It's just her
fucked up.
mum
Like,
wanted
she
her to do it.
probably did, to be fair. Like,
Yeah.
She was in a lot, and you can tell she's not happy. Like,
Yeah.
it's not
Her
great.
characters are I am the grumpy asshole, probably because she was at the time because she didn't want to do it.
yeah.
Yeah, no, she was in that generation with like, oh, what was his name? It was like the pure pedo-y guy
What,
with running
Dan
Nickelodeon.
Schneider?
Yeah, yeah,
Dan Schneider.
yeah. Like she was from that era, so
I
like,
need all my bitches back.
I feel bad for her. She's on TikTok as well. She's
Is
just
she?
vibing. Yeah, yeah. If you just look up Jeanette McCurdy, she's there.
Pretty cool that she's on TikTok. I feel like
Hmm.
everyone's getting on TikTok. Isn't Britney Spears on there?
Yeah, everyone's on there. You're not wrong.
Britney, bitch.
Although there's like a pure conspiracy that Britney Spears is like being held captive and stuff because she looks dead weird in her TikToks and like. And one of them, like the dude clicks his fingers or something, and she like does something immediately. It's weird as fuck.
I've seen like 5 separate videos on YouTube about like 5 separate either actors, actresses, or like personalities. They're just like things going on in the background means they're being held hostage. It's like it's always a strange that's like the #1 jump to for if like a weird thing happens on camera. It's like they're being held against their will.
What was that woman? What was that everyone thought she was being hostage? That
Shit, was
fucking
it Marina Joyce.
Marina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now she's like weird and has a
On drugs.
Star
Yeah.
Children or something.
Hey guys.
I remember that from an old
Her eyes,
Pyrocynical video,
the
and
fucking-
well, now
yeah. Uh-huh.
Pyrocynical's a pedophile now, so yeah.
What?
Wait, what?
This is the new drama, okay? I don't know if you've heard about this, but there's allegations. Right, it's not even allegations; it's concrete evidence, but the moral on it's very grey.
What?
Hmm.
I mean, of course you're aware of.
Concrete evidence that he's a pedophile. Is that what you said?
No, what it basically is he was.
Pardon me.
Back in Ye Olde, I think it was like 2016. It's Twitter DMs. No, it's Discord DMs of like erotic roleplay with someone who, after the fact, he was then revealed to have been like 16 at the time, and he was like, I think Pyro was like 17 or 18. And there's a big
So-
toss-up between whether it's like, did he know or did he not know? The subreddit's going full.
He knew.
The memes are all like.
I don't think
tried,
that makes
and
him a
it's just, like,
pedophile.
Pyrocynical when he touches a child.
I
Hmm.
don't think that's fucked. I think he's
Is
okay.
Pyrocynical American? Is that the issue?
No,
No,
he's
no,
not.
he's from the UK.
Like,
British.
but if he's 17 and the kid's 16,
Yeah,
Or if he's 18, even if
Yeah,
if
in
he's
the UK,
18, it's
like,
borderline.
in
But
the
like,
UK it's a bit yikes, but
well, it's different because it's not like physical stuff. Let me push up my glasses. Criminal law from semester 1.
oh god, Detective
it-
Adam.
It boils down to like actual contact is like, oh, if you're under 18, there's like a 2-year and there's a 2-year gap, you're fine. If it's over the internet, there's less lenience for some reason.
less lenience over the internet.
Yeah.
Is this like because it's like To Catch a Predator?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, you've seen people get,
Probably.
like, there's court cases of people that are like, both participants are 15 and they're getting done for like sending pics to each other, stuff like
That's
that.
so
Yeah, because it's
wild.
child porn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
then
like they're both 15.
and
Yeah,
and then in
It's not like
comparison,
because
if
it's
they,
not pedophilia.
like,
It's literally just the distribution of porn.
Yeah.
yeah, and then but if you flip that to like if they'd done something in like person, that's
Mhm.
not a
They
crime.
would have been like, ah man, you kids shouldn't
It's
have
a
Ah,
sex,
man,
but I guess you
you
did.
darn kids.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Yeah, that's because it's because like underage sex between two underagers and the distribution of child porn are two very different crimes.
Yeah, that's
Is
true.
this
But
something
it is
is this something
weird.
get taken off Spotify like 2 seconds after we
Oh
have it
yeah,
on?
no,
I feel
probably
like
will
we're-
get taken off Spotify. It was
Well,
fun
that's
while
like-
we were here, you know.
Just 'cause-
Yeah.
we're getting watched. Like we've said far too many buzzwords for the satellites
Yeah.
not to be
I'm gonna
pointed
get
directly
cease
over
and
our houses.
desist from Apple when it goes up on their platform. It's gonna
We're on
be great.
Apple Podcast?
Hi, Alexa's looking
We're
pretty
on Google
funky right now.
Podcasts.
Sure, Alexa.
Sean's Alexa just turned red.
Oh man.
I made one too many Jeff Bezos jokes.
Do you speak of my father, Sean?
I'm sorry, Sean. I can't let you do that.
Sean's lights turn red. His
Right,
door
the-
locks.
The,
The
the
voice
Google
turns into
Home
like GLaDOS.
downstairs has grown legs and is crawling halfway up.
It's got like little spider robot things.
Hey, I've just gotta say.
Gilbert, look at the chat. Look
Yeah.
at the chat.
Hey,
How are you guys
This
gonna
is
go
a
from
wild
uni
roller
to
coaster.
Mulan to Baby Driver to underage sex?
It's what we do.
it's a
what we
roller
do
coaster. It's
here.
audible meme, man.
Audible
Mate,
me.
just wait till you see how we spin this into the Game Awards.
Oh yeah. Honestly, you're gonna
Did
be
someone say
impressed by
Game
the time we
Awards?
get to Game
Rampant
Awards.
sexual abuse in an industry. Who wants to talk about the Ubisoft nominee?
Oh my god.
Oh, bruh, gaming is so
So
fucked up
we're
recently,
talking
though. To be fair, like there was all that shit with the Smash community, which heavily
Nintendo.
relates to what we're talking about, and now Nintendo
Right.
bad as well.
Oh, mate.
Have
Before
a
we go into right, Sean, you can get into Nintendo in a sec, but before we do that, I'd like to do a thing that I saw the other day. Has everyone seen the thing on Twitter where a reviewer lambasted CD Projekt Red for forgetting the seizure warning at the start of
Oh,
Cyberpunk
yeah.
2077?
When you
I'm
go
not-
into the
So-
thing that makes you take seizures.
So all of her Twitter replies, an epileptic woman, were GIF versions of the test, which is to give you an epileptic fit, because gamers don't like when you criticize CD Projekt Red.
That's so fucked up.
Oh, that's
CD Projekt Red can do no wrong.
Someone in chat just said Cyberpunk kill. I'ma go to bed. Right as
don't
we're
own it.
talking
I
about
can't
his
get
CD
it.
Projekt Red gave
since we're
people
talking
seizures.
about the blatant abuse of innocence, let's talk about The Last of Us 2.
Good segue.
Connor has some strong opinions on The Last of Us.
Okay, before we get into it, what do
I
you
love The
think,
Last of Us
Connor?
2.
Game of the Year material or not?
That it's got my vote.
Right.
Not
Can we
gonna
get
lie.
into it when we get to the Game Awards? I'd very quickly like to make a Nintendo joke bed, then we can do it.
Okay,
So
okay.
don't forget.
Oh, go for the Nintendo bed.
Why
So
Nintendo
there's
bad?
a new Smash character getting revealed tonight. How
Uh-huh.
funny would it be if it was Phoenix Wright? Haha.
Shut
Lawyer
the
man.
Shut the fuck up.
Fuck's sake.
Hey
Phoenix
guys,
Wright cease and desists the
What's
opposition.
your favorite Nintendo soundtrack? Video unavailable. This has been claimed by Nintendo of America.
That is the funniest video I've seen in like a month.
It's so good.
God.
Yeah, I saw the tweet after I saw the video. Basically, the thing we're referencing is someone on Twitter said, "Hey, what's your favorite Nintendo song?" Was it Nintendo that said it?
It was Nintendo
Yeah,
America. asked,
Nintendo
"What's
America
your
was
favorite
like,
Nintendo song.
Yeah, what's your favorite song? And a bunch of people replied with theirs, and it was just video removed by Nintendo of America. It was very funny.
Ooh, very yikes.
Yeah, they played themselves fully, but it was also funny.
Okay.
So
Are we Game Awardsing?
yeah, let's
We're
talk
Game
Game
Awards,
Awards, guys.
Let's get gaming.
So my vote
Right.
is on The Last of Us 2, but I think Ghost of Tsushima is going to win. Either that or Animal Crossing blows everyone else
I
out
think-
the water.
I think Animal Crossing will win purely because of like, hey, look, pandemic, fun game.
Yeah,
But see, like my thing is, no one that plays Animal Crossing is going to vote for the for Game Awards. Like,
Do
I
you
don't
think
no
that?
one will get involved.
I think the player base for Animal Crossing is like teens and mid 20s.
I think it's super varied.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot.
Yeah,
it's
it
an
hits the
accessible
widest
game.
audience. I think.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why it did so well.
Yeah.
Unless Granny
Yeah,
starts
honestly.
playing Doom Eternal.
It was literally like the game of the pandemic. Like the first
Yeah.
lockdown was literally just Animal Crossing.
Just Animal
It'll be-
Crossing came out. Let's go be wholesome 100, guy.
Yeah,
It'll be that or
absolutely.
it'll be Last of Us 2. And I'd be
Yeah,
happy with
like genuinely, Animal Crossing was so accessible that it overshadowed the Doom sequel, and I
That's
like.
because the Doom sequel was okay.
I told to Gilbert the other day saying that I wanted to play like a couple of the Game of the Years so that I could see how I feel. I played the first mission in Doom Eternal. I was like, yeah, this is good enough, and I didn't play it again.
I mean, because it's like Doom 1. It's exactly
Yeah.
the same as Doom 1, except for some reason they just changed how. I didn't like. Right, hot take, this controversial opinion. I didn't like the 2016 Doom remake.
Really?
I
Why
thought it
not?
was good.
That
I-
was one.
It felt. The gunplay was good. I
Right.
liked how everything felt. I like the way killing felt like killing felt good. Like it felt satisfying. The movement, right?
Legendary.
I'm a sucker for movement mechanics. I love like I've talked about Apex. I've talked about Titanfall.
Yeah.
The movement felt really clunky, and Doom Eternal felt like they tried to make it less clunky
Yeah.
and
It definitely-
didn't.
yeah.
And then at the same time also made like guns feel like I had this conversation with Joseph last night when none of you were there, just talking about how getting a shotgun as a starter weapon that makes a shotgun feel like a pistol because you hit something 3 times and it does nothing. That's not what a
yeah,
No,
shotgun
that's-
should do.
genuinely, I agree with you. Like the guns feel so weird.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't enjoy the gameplay that much, and the gameplay was the only thing I was interested in.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to Doom Eternal for the story. Like
Yeah, they're
It's
like
big
guy
with
weirdly,
big gun
like,
go boom
here's
boom.
CGI cutscenes, here's this, here's some like I'm like, no, give me nice like I can blast through hordes with a shotgun. Don't give me like a Quake arena room. I don't care enough. If I wanted to play Quake, I'd go and play Quake.
I thought it was
As
fun.
it's
I just
fun.
think
It's
neat.
I heard good
I
things,
just-
but I never
they're
actually
neat.
played it, so.
I know like the main game was received well. The DLC is apparently not so good, but
Wait, what are we talking about the remake, the Final Fantasy?
oh no, we're not on the. Fuck
What
it.
are we talking about?
I was talking about
My-
like
my
Doom Eternal
brain.
has a DLC, but hey,
Oh, does
I
it?
haven't
Okay,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
heard the word remake. My brain completely left. Sorry.
No, no.
No, we were talking about Doom Eternal.
Doom
Don't-
Eternal, yeah, I didn't play the
please.
DLC. I
Yeah,
didn't play the
it's
DLC.
it's more of the same. But have you played the Final Fantasy remake? Because I haven't.
No,
I can't.
I wasn't interested in it. I didn't play it as a kid, so I didn't want to get it.
So I take it we have very few strong opinions on Final Fantasy then.
From what I've watched
pretty.
I've watched a lot of videos,
It does
and
look cool, yeah.
it's literally, it looks pretty, and it's kind of weird, and it's not a remake of Final Fantasy. It's like a
Master in a way.
like
No,
it's
it's an
almost quite
alternate
actually it's almost quite
universe
literally
version.
a remake. Yeah, an alternate
Ah,
universe, because it changes the
okay.
story. like,
Oh,
That's
the-
good.
see
I'd
the-
rather
like,
have
the-
that than just shitty remakes.
The main
So-
villain, I'm pretty
yeah.
sure, like he's supposed to appear like what, twice in the original one. He's
Yeah,
in
yeah.
it like 16 times in the remake, and they
Yeah,
completely
they-
changed how he works into the story.
What they've done is they advertise it completely as just like, this is a remake of this game.
Yeah,
We are going to make more than one because
Mhm.
this one is just the first like
it's the first
The
part. It's
Final
the first third of the game. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
The Final Fantasy VII remake is only the first third of the original Final Fantasy. The
What? yeah.
okay.
The
The-
fuck?
Yeah,
like-
that's a bit
It's,
weird.
it's like they made the Shadow of the Colossus game, but you only get to fight like Gaius,
You,
and
you
that's
get
it. Like,
one Colossus and then you can wait for a couple years.
it was fleshed out to be like a full game in its own right,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
but
and I think it's
so
a really
much side
interesting
quest
idea.
pish. That's all
Yeah.
I've heard, is that the first bit's cool, then you get onto the bit where it's like, oh, we need to like slow down a bit, son. Like,
Yeah. So the weird difference is that they basically, what's happening is they reveal that like you see these weird like ghost things occasionally, and they start
Yeah.
appearing more frequently, and it turns out they're like the wills. I can't remember the name. Like, I'm just gonna make something up. Like the wills of eternity, and it's basically like they're trying to keep history on the course it's meant to be, like the
Oh.
original game.
Oh.
yeah, I've heard
But
And
what's
you're trying
happening
to
is,
not
like-
do that.
The ghosts of Final Fantasy fans saying, "Please don't fuck with my game."
Basically what's happening is like events are playing out differently from the original game just because it's a different universe, and these things are like trying to keep it on track, but
Yeah.
they end up not doing that. Like
these
the game
things are trying to
ends
keep it
and
as the
has
first
like
game.
it has like a tease where it's like do you know the big sword that Cloud has, the Buster Sword?
Yes.
He has
Yeah.
that because he got it from like
Buster.
a friend or like a mentor or something, and like before the game takes place.
Mm-hmm.
In this one, they like the end the game, and there's like a little epilogue bit, and that guy is still alive.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he's-
Oh,
like it's like a big thing where
and he's
people are like,
pissed.
oh,
yeah.
and, like, they're changing huge events. Like
Yeah, sounds like it.
Aerith, is it Aerith that dies?
Yeah,
don't
the one
know.
that gets like stabbed.
Bro,
through.
you're just
Yeah,
spoiling.
yeah, the
If
last
we're-
one.
Mate,
I mean,
The
if
game
you-
has been out for so long. It's a
The
remake.
game's been out since the mid-90s.
It's a remake.
Or
yeah,
original
that's fair.
point.
I think it's fine.
I'm
Not
not gonna play it.
Gilbert, yeah.
I already knew the spoiler. It's okay.
I think it's Aerith. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
so she
whatever.
doesn't die.
She's dead.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's really interesting.
delightfully devilish.
Psych basically got confused as soon as we deviated from uni work and somehow got to here.
That's what we do.
Yeah, that's how the
That's
podcast
how we
works. I'm
do.
sorry.
Right?
All gas, no breaks. You know what I'm saying?
The the remake is basically, if you played the old game, you either hate this because of how different it is, or you're down for the ride. But I don't think you love it.
Yeah,
I
that
don't think
sounds
there's
like
a way
that
for
sounds
this
like
to
a
be-
game remake to me.
Yeah.
Just,
I don't
oh,
think this is a way
it's
for this to be game of the year.
different,
It's
Do you know
very
what's
different.
a remake I fucking hate so
What?
much? Gears
Okay.
of War. It was so bad. Genuinely, me
remake?
and Adam played
They did a remake of the first one a couple of
Gears
years
of
back,
War,
and
and it was
oh,
so dog
What?
shit.
You mean the ultimate thing
yeah,
for it?
it's like yeah, I think it's like Gears of War Ultimate, whatever the fuck they
Yeah.
call it. It's a remake. It was.
Is it bad?
It's not good.
Is it not just like a reskin, like a remaster?
It's an ugly reskin. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
feel remastered.
Hmm.
True.
It's all. There's a lot.
I keep trying to start it because Gears of War was like a big game in my childhood, but I never actually got into it.
I played the fuck out of 2, 3, and then I didn't play 4, and I played a bit of 5, and I gave
Mhm.
up on 5 because despite the fact everyone heralded it as amazing, I was like, this game, Gears of War is not a series that in my mind was a semi-open world free roam game. So
I played the
the-
fuck out of the trilogy and then didn't get involved
Yeah.
in the other two.
the
at all.
novelty was very lost on me as someone who came from like nothing but linear missions to, oh, I have an open world I can explore, an open world that's about as empty as a fucking Sainsbury's on a Saturday.
Is this the Avengers game?
We can talk about that as well. That was also a Square Enix venture, wasn't it? It's like they pump out Final Fantasy to recoup their losses, and then there's Marvel Avengers, which hasn't made back its production costs and sales.
Yakers.
Yikes. How bad do you have to fuck up to not make back your production costs?
On an Avengers game.
Yeah.
An Avengers game.
Yeah,
Like,
and
how
that
can
was
you
like
fuck up
very hotly
Avengers?
anticipated as well.
Square Enix makes weird choices with
I think
the,
the
things they
reason
do.
it flopped is because they showed us that first mission, and then every trailer after that was just the first mission,
The
and we were just
first
like,
mission.
"Oh, is that the whole game?"
No, we swear it's not. Oh, no, it is the whole game. Repeating missions, repeating enemy types, weird loot
Yeah.
Like,
drops.
so you released that clip as the trailer 5 times, and then made us play through the whole thing again.
So when can I get the rest of it? What do you mean?
This was it was from some proper like pre-patch Destiny and like Anthem shit. Like
Yeah.
it's so shit. Like
I
games of
feel like-
service just does not work.
Yeah, very few games released these days that don't need like 8 patches.
Yeah. If honestly, if you get involved in a beta and then the full game comes out and you think it's going to be any better than the beta, you're just delusional at this point.
Like,
Like,
there's no hope.
You're playing the beta with a disc. I hope you know that. Like
Yeah.
never expect a game to be finished when it comes out anymore.
Division 1 and Division 2.
Oh man,
and
I had such
Battlefield
high.
Hardline and Battlefield
Ubisoft,
1.
EA,
This just hurts mentioning all the good games that didn't end up being good.
Activision, Ubisoft, EA.
Ubisoft.
We looking
Every
at you,
big
fam.
company that
Yeah.
isn't an indie developer at the moment, unfortunately. I don't
Speaking
like
of
this.
indie developer, Hades, for Game of the Year.
Haven't played it. It
I
looks
would be
good.
very,
not
I would
played
be
it, I
very
have.
happy if it won. It looks very good.
Yeah.
I like the story.
Indie game won it.
Yeah, it would be
Roguelike
so
Yeah, I
cool.
think
See,
everyone
I
would
would
support.
rather Hades won it than Animal Crossing.
I can't count the amount of times in the past like 3 months that I've been like, damn, Hades is cool. I'll buy Hades this weekend.
And then
And then
not.
You don't buy Hades.
Maybe
Because I
we'll
have
play
too
Hades
many
on stream
like,
soon.
Hades is very cool, and everyone in it is fucking hot. Like,
I was literally just about to say, I was like, damn, Hades looking kind of thick though.
like I watched. I spoke about this in the chat earlier, but this lassie called Shenpai, and she played it, and literally the whole time, all she's doing is making sex jokes because she's like, not to be horny on main, but we're playing Hades today.
It looks like
so
a
good.
game that benefits well from like, look, here are hot gods. It's just like what Assassin's Creed tried to do, except Assassin's Creed didn't do it very well.
Yeah.
There's a
I'm excited. I want to play it.
I-
I think if it wins Game of the Year, I'm gonna buy it.
oh
Like,
man, I can't run it. I don't even think I could get it because of Apple's decision where it was like, yeah, let's just drop support for half of the games on Steam, and then if there are ones that are on Steam, we make them run weird.
Time to buy it on my Switch because I own it.
Gilbert, that CR Psych has got timed out the stream.
Yeah, I know.
The hell does that mean?
Why?
Let's just keep podcasting.
How does that
then.
work? Okay.
What were we talking about? Hades?
Guess our viewer count will go down.
Hey, we also, yeah, I still haven't played it. I feel like it looks like it's fun. And it's a roguelike. You can't go wrong with name me a bad, okay, maybe don't name me a bad roguelike. There's probably like 5. It's easy. I feel like it's very easy nowadays that you get like it's like the way that people would slap like this is the Dark Souls of blank. It's like this game is a roguelike or it's a roguelite or it's a true roguelike or whatever.
It definitely looks cool.
It does. It does. I do want to try it. I just don't really have a means of it.
That's fair.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I'm a big fan of roguelikes. I mean, there's Until You Fall is really good VR roguelike. How long till a VR game is like a contender for Game of the Year?
The next
well,
time Valve makes something.
Yeah, Half-Life 3 will be exclusively VR.
I don't know.
No,
Half-Life Alyx
genuinely,
like,
Portal,
did really
Portal
well.
3 or Half-Life 3.
Mm,
Like, if they do actually make it,
well, isn't
like,
Half-Life
Half-Life-
Alyx
Half-Life
is
Alyx, I
Half-Life
real-
3?
no, that's
Well, no,
that's
it's
Half-Life
Half-Life
like,
2.5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
Because it's
Um,
before Half-Life 2.
Yeah, it's like Half-Life 1.5.
Gordon!
What was I gonna say? Yeah, genuine. I think Half-Life Alex was them like poking their toe in the water to see if people will still play their games, and people did.
No, I like to think of it as Valve going, shit, it looks like we have to pay rent. Oh, I wonder what we can...
And then just really, nah, man. Valve is good.
one
They
g-
own Steam.
One game
Like,
in their first fucking, like... God, when... I do wish... Valve made great games. The only problem is just Valve don't make games now. Of course they don't need to, but it
Yeah.
just makes you wonder, why don't they?
it's just easier not to probably, because like, if they release a game and it does badly, that hurts their brand. But if they
I
don't,
don't
release
think
any
there's
games,
any... Wait, no, I was gonna say I don't think there's any Valve games that have ever done that badly. What's that weird like card game one they announced? Like,
well, sure enough, at a point, like there was no bad Ubisoft games, you know, or
yeah,
there was no
true.
Ubisoft games that were that awful. But then they released more, and eventually they all
You
got
know,
bad.
that brings me to another point. God, did I tell that? Was I talking to one of you earlier? Or was I talking to? I was talking to someone else. I don't find right. Hot take. I don't. Ubisoft, not too bad.
I mean, some of their games are decent, but
They
Wait,
have
see-
launch problems. I can't play Legion right now because Legion has
Yeah.
a bug on the Series X where it doesn't save your fucking game, and the game has no manual save function.
If you don't expect Ubisoft to make like godlike games, then you won't be disappointed. Like,
Yeah.
they
yeah,
make
yeah, that's true.
average games. Like
They,
they're
they
not.
never
They're
hit
not.
out of the park. They made
they're
Siege
not a beast
like
of-
7 years ago, and they're
Yeah.
still going, well, guys, we're supporting it. Still.
Yeah,
Just
they're not a
don't
beast
buy
of a
their games
developer
at
anymore.
launch.
They,
That's
For
the
Yeah.
Honor was the same. Like
For Honor
Siege,
was the exact same.
like they don't make games for launch. They buff them up as if they're going to be like Game of the Year material, but literally you don't get anything out of playing them until like 3
Yeah.
years later.
Yeah. 3 years later, it's like half the price.
have
Yeah, because they bring
Ubisoft-
out all the DLC for free.
Have Ubisoft
Also,
won Game of
to
the
be
Year
fair
in
to
like the
Ubisoft,
past decade?
Let me
just
Google it.
they brought out their Ubisoft deal, which like that's like a subscription thing where you can play every single Ubisoft game and all its DLC for like a certain price a month.
Yeah,
Like you can play
everyone's
Valhalla
kinda,
and Legion
Uh,
within like you can pay for £8 for a month and you can finish both the new games, and that'll be you.
yeah.
I hate looking for like list of Game of the Year awards, and then it's like, which one do you want? Do you want the Dice Awards, the Game Awards, the Joystick Awards, the British Academy Game Awards, the
See,
Japan Game? Give
The,
me
the one I'm
fucking-
looking at is just the Game Awards.
Shit. I think right. It's kind of difficult because I know Far Cry 3 got heralded as like Game of the Year winner. I just don't know what Game of the Year it was. Well, right. This is the Game Awards like. Wait, is it God? There's so many different Game Awards. Which one is the Game Awards? Game Awards.
It's just called thegameawards.com. Like
Yeah, but oh yeah, I suppose I should. Yeah, I might as well just fucking right. See, I don't think they've Apparently, yeah. I'm looking here. There's a thread post in 2016 where it's Ubisoft has never won Game of the Year, and they haven't won it since.
That does
Valhalla
not shock
is
me.
is nominated for something.
It's not gonna win
Valhalla-
though.
It's not.
It's not gonna win. But they can put Game of the Year nominee.
Yeah, they
that's
can.
true.
They
Well,
can
not Game of
try.
the Year,
They can
whatever.
try.
Or,
What is it? What is it under? I've looked at it earlier. Is it like new thing? It's like something that's come
let
out
me
recently.
check. I'm looking at the categories page. I'm gonna place a bet. I bet
It's
gonna
for
be Art
innovation.
Direction.
It's for innovation and accessibility, and I voted for
fuck
Last of Us 2.
The fuck did they mean innovation? It's
The
just
Last of Us-
like
The Last of Us 2
Origins.
literally had like one of the best like accessibility menus, like so many different options, so many like you can
Does
change
it have
what's
a colorblind menu that works?
you can change like
Joseph
everything
will
about the
play.
game to suit all sorts of disabilities.
Joseph trying to play Ghost Recon Wildlands. Ah yes, the colorblind filter makes it harder to see.
oh man, he is such
That's
a.
all it's.
he-
I think that's all it's been thingied for. Oh wait, no, a best action art adventure, and it's up against Last of Us, Star Wars, Ori and the Will of the Wisps,
It's not gonna win.
Spider-Man, and Ghost of Tsushima. Like
Star
I
Wars
feel
or
like-
Spider-Man should win.
This has been it's been a kind of a strange year for nominees. Like I feel like there's
'cause
other
no
games.
have come out.
Yeah, nothing's come out. Like there's stuff in my head. I'm like, oh, why is that not there? And then I'm like, oh wait, that didn't come out this year.
Yeah.
Like in my
Literally.
head, right? I'm assuming all right, I'm gonna look at the nominees because I bet you there's a I'm gonna look at my categories because do they still do like best multiplayer game?
Yeah,
best
yeah,
multiplayer.
they must have.
Probably.
I want to see what's there now because like of course everything that's up for like main contenders like oh my god, Among Us is actually a Game of the Year nominee.
But it came out in 2018.
Yeah, that's not fair. That came out
Yeah,
ages
that
ago.
shouldn't be how that works.
Also, right,
It's
this
not
is
a Game
what's-
of the Year nominee. It's like best
best
fucking-
multiplayer. Well, yeah, best multiplayer, but still. Oh yeah, of course. It's not like
Oh,
the
yeah,
Game
that-
Awards. It's
yeah.
kind of a couple years. It's sort of a weird category here because you've got Animal Crossing, Among Us, which I think is going to win purely because it's Among Us. You
Yeah,
have
yeah. That's what I
Warzone?
voted for.
Fall Guys and Valorant.
It's for best mobile game, not
Valorant was
multiplayer
really.
game.
No, it's in best multiplayer. I'm looking at the category right here. Best
I'm at the
multiplayer.
category as well. Where I don't know where.
Valorant was set to be like this CS:GO
You are.
Overwatch
Best
hybrid
multiplayer.
that really
okay, you're not
popped
wrong.
off,
You're not wrong.
and it just
It
never
popped,
happened.
it popped off on with Twitch streamers, and that's it.
Only a little bit. Like if you compare it to
Yeah.
something like Among Us or even Fall Guys, it didn't
Oh
pop
my
off
god,
as much.
I just can't wait till I stop seeing people playing Among Us on street. Like, man, it's a great game to play. It's a terrible game to watch.
Yeah, that's
if I
fair.
wanted to lie
I'm
through
sad
my
that
teeth,
I'm
I can
sad
lie
that
through my
Fall
teeth.
Guys wasn't bigger. You know,
Fall Guys,
it was
Fall
big
Guys,
for a
Guys
really short amount of time.
Fucking fell for itself.
yeah,
It didn't do anything.
What do you mean?
overconfidence
It,
is a
it had
slow
like
and
updates and
killer.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it has
but
a
like it took
battle pass
so
now.
long to bring out its second expansion, and it wasn't that good.
I didn't actually know
never
they
played
brought out a
either,
second
so
expansion.
I don't know.
Did you play, Connor? Can you give me a? Can you give me a?
They
no,
brought out a new three new levels. One of them was just Tag again. The other
Oh.
one was like semi decent. It was like you had to like build like platforms to climb across, and obviously people can like pull them out. And then I think another
Yeah.
one was just a race or something like that.
Oh, that's kind of disappointing. You'd think they'd do a lot with what they have.
Yeah, no, I think it still looks relatively fun though. I only follow the Twitter. I don't actually play the game, so yeah. No.
Yeah.
I
You
mean, if you
can't-
compare
I-
it to something like Fortnite, they definitely didn't innovate as quickly. Fortnite, as much as I dislike the game, well, I
Game of
don't
the
even
Year
dislike
didn't.
the game as much as I don't play it. And
Yeah.
really popped very, very quickly and capitalized on it very well by releasing new modes and like
Mhm.
adding tons of shit to it, you know?
True.
Like they developed their game quickly and effectively. And I have to respect that. Is Fortnite on there? Or did Fortnite come
Fortnite's
out
not.
like 2
Fortnite,
years
No.
Fortnite
ago?
already won, mate. Fortnite won last year, or it won
Oh,
the year
damn.
before. Yeah, it won best multiplayer. I'm in a section right now which I think is going to be perhaps the most boring like snail race of all of them,
Okay.
which
Uh-huh.
is best sports / racing.
FIFA,
that's-
right?
No.
Or, like,
no.
FIFA had
This
a
FIFA's terrible.
No,
this
this
FIFA
FIFA's
is
garbage.
terrible.
Yeah,
Okay.
it had a
FIFA is
terrible.
terrible.
They've been getting steadily worse, and this one is so far the worst of the worst. There's NBA 2K21, which has
think
advertisements during the
The
loading
F1
screens.
is going to win.
Mm, I've
Simply
played it.
because it is car game and it go vroom vroom.
Well, the thing is, it's the exact same as the
Or
year
Dirt
before.
5.
Dirt 5's not going
I
to win
think
it
Dirt 5
either.
But no, but it can't. To make Tony Hawk then, because everyone was bucking
I
and bugging
might.
about that.
I think it probably
Genuinely,
might be
like
Tony
that,
Hawk,
that
'cause
community, like, it just
Dirt
loves
5's
it.
got dead multiplayer, and it came out like a month ago.
Damn.
It's a great game, but the multiplayer's dead. No idea why. The
Yeah.
F1 game can't really do much for itself, I don't think.
I'm gonna go pee. You guys be entertaining.
There
Yo,
it is, the weekly pee.
He's doing it! He's doing it! He's pissing! He's pissing! Sean's
Oh
had his
my
mic
God.
muted and deafened this whole time, so now it's just me and you, Connor. I'll do my weekly let's shout racial slurs and get Gilbert banned.
Ooga booga booga. What fucking nomination are we on?
God, wait, I don't even know what we're
we
doing right now.
we
We're,
didn't,
like,
we didn't even
half
finish
going
the
through
game of the year.
them. Mate, that's what we do. We don't like finish a topic and then we immediately move on and like shout over each other like it's a fucking cockfighting match.
The only two games we haven't spoke about is Last of Us and Ghost of Tsushima.
Well, Last of Us, let's probably wait till Gilbert's back because you could go into it for a while. I
I
have
could.
my only like viewpoint is I've watched video essays and Rory has told me his opinion on it.
Mm. I
Which
want
was-
like not to sound like a sweat, but I watched the full game, played the full game, and then watched 10 hours of behind the scene and review content.
Yeah. There's a lot
Just-
of
I wanted to make sure I had an informed opinion. Like
there's good critiques of it I can go into.
yeah, definitely. I would be interested to talk to you about it.
Fuck it,
'Cause I do
Gilbert's
have my
Gilbert's
thoughts.
not here, Sean's not here. Why don't we just start? It's still the podcast.
So going off of the reviews and what you've heard, what are your thoughts on the game?
It's a very 50-50 because of course there's it feels very like a CD Projekt Red like audience right now because half of the crowd appears to be, oh, it's the fucking best game I've ever played. And then the other half is, I do not like buff women in video games. That's the two audiences. Like, have you ever been on r/The Last of Us Part 2?
Yes.
Which is, yeah,
Yes.
it's a hate subreddit for the game. I don't
Yeah, it's
understand
not
that.
great.
How can you devote yourself to hating a game that much?
I
Like,
hate it.
There's games I don't like, but I don't go, I don't like the fucking
why,
buff women.
why is Laura Bailey muscly?
Ugh, they're lesbians. That's not a real thing. Neil Druckmann, you're an SJW. Grr. That's all I see.
The
That's all
Jewish
I
man
see.
put a Muslim in his game, grr.
It's a hidden conspiracy. But actual
I'm
critiques,
definitely I'm not on that side.
yeah, you know, actual critiques aside, like, well, bullshit like that aside, actual
Yeah.
critiques I've seen are just like, it feels a bit. The Joel thing, I don't like. I understand that it was supposed to be like deceptive marketing, but I feel like they really lured people in with like, here's Joel, and then
Yeah.
there.
I
Spoiler
have
alert.
I have a big thing for
Skip
Joel.
like this entire section if you haven't seen spoilers for The Last of Us 2. You probably
Yes, please don't. Yeah, please skip for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I will now say spoiler. So there was here's Joel, and then here's Joel's fucking brains.
Here's Joel's brains all over the fucking floor and
Yeah.
on a fucking golf club. Like
Then there's the comparison I've seen that it feels very cliche with like a Red Dead Redemption 2-esque cycle of revenge bad when really they
Mhm.
could have went for something more. Which with how The Last of Us 1 did, I kind of wish they did because revenge bad always feels kind of cliched to me. You're the film student. Give me your thoughts
Yeah.
on that. What do you feel about the whole?
obviously like there is an argument to be made about revenge bad, but I feel like people that are saying it's like, oh, don't take revenge, guys, that's not great, and then just like, why did you have to kill Joel to tell me revenge is bad? I've played other games, Neil Druckmann.
Neil Druckmann, please.
It's
Joel
like
Daddy was my only father figure in life.
it's like people don't get it. Like, and not to like be like fucking gatekeeping. Like, I
No,
don't
no.
mean it like
I
that.
do think you have a good
But,
point.
like-
I think a lot of people don't get it.
It's not a story about revenge being bad. It's a story about learning to forgive. Like, everyone sees Joel's character, right? This is the biggest argument: is like, oh, Joel's jaded, Joel's tough, Joel has lived in this world for so long. He would
Joel
never
is
have given
not
his name
jaded
away.
and tough.
Like, he would have never have given his name away. He's too smart for that. He would have seen it coming, and he would have killed them all. It's like, no, maybe Joel in the first game, but it's been 5 years. Tommy has
Yeah.
lived in that community since the fucking like beginning of the not the pandemic, the fucking apocalypse. He left Joel and he got his wife and he was happy. Joel then joined with Ellie after saving her life and actually like developed into this community. He is now a soft man. Like, obviously he's thinking about protecting
His
community, but
shoulders look kind of soft, Connor. I don't know how you can agree with this SJW mentality.
Hello.
but like he trusts people now, and you
Yeah.
like I watched the behind the scenes, and I like obviously Troy Baker is like a fucking god in the
Yeah.
voice acting scene, and he talks about it. It's like it genuinely upsets him that people are upset about Joel because they're saying it's like, oh, this would never happen, this would never happen. It's like he says like no one knows Joel better than me
Yeah.
and Neil Druckmann, and it breaks my
The-
heart that
The
people
person who
are sa-
is the character in
yeah,
a way.
it's like he's like, I'm not trying to like make people sound stupid, but like
Yeah,
I've like
why
I
would
spent
you?
so long like I argue with Neil Druckmann like for months about like don't do this, this doesn't feel right, and then he explained it to me, he talked it through it, and he says it feels like he missed something in his performance, like he was lacking, because he says that the moment Joel says y'all are acting like you heard of us or something, and he gets the fucking shotgun to the knee, like he says that in his performance he wanted to be like, fuck, this is what it's like when you trust people, this is what I get for letting my guard down. like Joel knows that like he should have known. Like
Mhm.
that isn't a like, oh, they completely did him wrong. It's like, no, he was a human
No,
and he made a mistake.
he's been a human. He's made a mistake, but everyone's now seeing that as you wrote the character badly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, Mr. Druckmann, I know your character better than you do. Ooh, woo.
There is right. I will now go on to a second critique, which is purely down to game design. I can't remember whose video essay I watched on it, but it was a really good one because it was very like non-biased.
Yeah.
It was the way like some scenes are presented. Like, of course, you kill a lot of. I can't remember the character's name. Abby.
The wolves.
Abby?
You
kill-
kill
yeah,
many
uh,
Abbeys.
Yeah, the character is Abby.
Yeah, it's like you kill a lot of her friends, but the way they present it is through like QTEs rather than. And it's like there's like a fight with her, and it's presented through QTEs rather than gameplay.
But it's
and
meant to
the
be
cr-
like a cinematic game.
No,
Well,
like the
I
okay, no,
have
please,
a-
please continue with
Yeah.
the QT point because I actually do have a counter to it.
I've never really been I follow like this critique from the video very well, and I have like
Yeah.
a personal thing on it. I don't personally like when a game is like spam button for
Mhm.
a thing to happen. I feel like it's a very outdated gimmick. I
Yeah.
feel like one of the counterparts was like there's another part
mind.
where like there's a cutscene where they show off a couple of the dogs when you're playing as Abby and they get named, but then when you're playing as
Ellie, you killed them.
Ellie, you shoot the dog in
Yeah.
gameplay, and then they say the dog's name,
Yeah.
and it's very like seamless. The
Uh-huh.
slow burn of like, oh shit, I just killed that thing from a cutscene.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Now,
ends.
what's your
I have
thoughts
your
on
the
that?
code with the QTE is that it is like it is not like obviously QT. I don't like QTEs. Like I'm a fucking
Yeah.
I play games. They're so
I'm a
boring.
gamer.
But The Last of Us 2 is like one of the only times I'm like, fuck, they've done this well. Like, see the scene, like to point out one specifically, and then I'll get onto like the big one. Is like,
Yeah,
see
go
when
ahead.
you chase this lassie that you've made infected. Like you push her
Yeah.
into the hole, and then you chase her, and then you have to beat her for information.
Yeah.
And like you don't see like you just see Ellie like just like fucking rage like you see like her the veins coming through her face, her eyes are watering up, and you just have to keep pressing square, and like this lassie is begging for her life, and it forces the player to do it.
To beat the shit
Like
out of her.
you have killed like thousands of fucking wolves, like you like the whole time. The player is getting more and more like, oh Ellie, I don't want to do this, and Ellie's being like, fuck these wolves, fucking cunts. Like, and when she first does it, she's like, oh
Yeah.
shit, oh fuck, I had to kill him, and then at the end of the game, she's like, fucking get out of my way. Like, the player, like the reason this game is fucking amazing is because we are Ellie's conscience.
You don't want to do it,
Yeah,
but you're on
Ellie,
the wild
we
run.
literally we are what Ellie's thought. Like we are Ellie's conscience.
You're
but
just
and
watching
we
a
can't
flawed
control Ellie's
person
actions.
play out their mistakes.
That's literally it. The game is about forgiveness because Ellie is blinded by emotion. She's blinded by rage. The QTE where you have to drown Abby and they force you to do it is because like the whole time you're like, please, just let her up, but you're forced to do it or the game won't go on.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
you
And
will
that's
be
of
stuck
course
in that moment.
that's a parallel of like like a lot of games that emphasize like here's choice or at least
Yeah.
here's the illusion of choice. I always like it's a tear between for me because as much as I like the cinematic direction, it begs the question like I don't know,
Uh-huh.
like why put it like if you're gonna go as far like it's basically just a cutscene where you gotta mash X. As much as it's like, damn, I don't want to do this. It's also the point where people are like, well, if you're gonna make me press a button, why can't you give me a choice?
Nah, it's because Ellie doesn't feel like she has a choice.
Yeah,
Like the way
Yeah.
I see it is like so many games do it. It's just like, oh, the player hasn't done anything in a while. Press X to jump.
press
like,
X.
But that's all of its
Please.
all of its QTEs are just like you have to do this. Like her conscience is like, fuck, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. But if you don't do it, you will be stuck with it. It will not leave you. Like the
Yeah.
fact that if you don't press square to fucking torture that woman, all you have to do is stand there. It's like Ellie feels as though if she doesn't continue on, if she doesn't do all this, it was for nothing, and she will not be able to move on for her life. And I think that is fucking amazing game design. I understand your argument for other games, but I think the Last of I think the Last of Us is the one. I
Adam
think the
dies
Last
on
of Us is
stream.
the one game. I think the Last of Us is the one game where you can't say the QTEs are pointless.
Okay. Sorry, yeah, I started drinking
It's
during
okay.
the middle of that.
It's alright, it's alright.
It's okay, man.
Fuck!
I've
Oh
drank
my
it, but
god!
As long as
Also,
you
like-
survive, man, it's
By the
TOS if you die.
I got water in my lungs. I don't know, man. Get up the view camp.
Death
I
live
Did
on
Sean say
stream.
something there?
Yeah,
Cold
I.
bad.
Yeah, cold
Yeah,
bad. Fair
cold,
enough.
cold do be
But
bad.
yeah, I agree with your points. I haven't played it myself, so of course I can't really weigh in.
Yeah, no, that's fair. You've weighed in quite a bit.
Yeah, I've weighed
I
in
thi-
as much as I can from video essays and SJW man bad.
Yeah,
Nope.
the main thing is like people need to realize that they did what they did on purpose.
Yeah, it's
like,
a narrative. It's not
where-
a fucking,
where-
like,
Where Ellie is at the end of the game is where Abby is at the start of the game.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that blind anger, and that's why we had like I didn't like swapping to Abby when we first did it, but I was like, right, on go, like we need to push on, like.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, why do I have to play like 10 hours as this character now? But like because you need to see the other side.
Furthers the plot, yeah.
I think the Last Jedi The Last of Us being the Last Jedi of games is a perfect analogy for it.
oh
because
yeah.
He just did he did something different. Like
There's
you had
something
to
different.
see.
People
like,
were like,
Not
There's
happy.
a Neil Druckmann's still tweeting about it because people are still like
yeah, because
like
people are.
being,
It's
being
like,
like
when did the game
anti-Semitic
come
and
out?
shit.
The game came out in like what, March, and people will
Yeah,
shut the fuck
Something
up.
like, yeah, like people like he's released like some people that work for him have released like trailers about like Abby's side. It's like this could have been The Last of Us 2, but it's not because we played The Last of Us with Ellie and Joel. But if we played The Last of Us with Abby and her dad, and you guys wouldn't be complaining. You guys would hate Ellie. That's the
Yeah.
point. Like Ellie and Joel are not fucking heroes. They are survivors. That
I
is the whole
think
point.
in a way, the game has achieved its point because it's supposed to
Yes.
be like, you're supposed to hate this person, and you do, but
Uh-huh.
because you're gamers, you hate them enough that you're gonna DM the voice actresses on Twitter calling them whores.
Yeah, the fact that people that were telling Laura Bailey, who's like one of the most prolific voice actors in the business, to go kill herself because she played a muscly woman in a game.
I
It's
mean,
disgusting.
they
It's
succeeded
genuinely
in
disgusting.
being having a good narrative device, but now people are just big man babies because no,
Yeah.
Yeah,
games are never political. I'll stick to
Yeah.
non-political games like BioShock, Fallout New Vegas.
Really interesting. Like, it is just more of a. It's a like it's more of a movie than a game.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's
You know,
like
no
it's a
one
creative
talks
medium.
about the gameplay.
It's always the
It's
story
movie.
itself. I've never
Mhm.
heard anyone go, oh, I don't
The
like the
gameplay for The
crafting
Last of-
system, or
The
I don't
gameplay
like
for The Last of Us 2
gunplay."
is fucking incredible.
Is it- how is it,
Courtney says she prefers the second to the first.
Ooh, I was literally just
That's a
about to
hot
ask
take.
Connor, what's your preference, Last of Us 2 or Last of Us 1?
I think The Last of Us is a 10 out of 10 game with 7 out of 10 gameplay, and The Last of Us 2 is a 9 out of 10 game with like 9 out of 10 gameplay.
Okay.
Like I
Fair.
think The Last of Us, because I played it when I was younger and I replayed it with Courtney, like with the remaster, it just melts my heart. Like I
Yeah,
just love it
you're
so much.
attached to
And
it
then The
through
Last of Us 2,
nostalgia.
I think I need time to sit with it.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah,
love
in,
the
like,
last I love
20
The Last of
years,
Us
you'll
2,
probably
but
love it.
but it's not The Last of Us. Like I don't have the nostalgia yet.
yeah.
But Courtney watched them both back to back, so obviously her opinion's very different.
Mhm.
Yeah, she has a more
And-
objective opinion on.
Both, and I've sat and spoke to Courtney about like how I feel about it and talking about how people were reacting. And she's giving me her thoughts, and she has a very like good argument for it, and I respect that. Like people. Like nostalgia's a double-edged sword. It either makes it you appreciate things way more, or you see it like completely blindingly. It's like this is perfect, and you tried to make this, and it's nowhere near as good, so you are scum and should die. Like I hate it's so unfortunate because I think The Last of Us 2 is so good. It's so, like
Yeah.
as a it could have been as a movie. I would like praise it. Like as a game, it's fucking like it's so good, but people just get upset.
Yeah.
And people can't help themselves. And it's all the people, I said this to Gilbert the other day, all the people that actually have genuine criticism are putting themselves in with the people that are telling them to go die and are being anti-Semitic just because
Yeah.
Neil Druckmann isn't specifically being like, oh, he's like, fuck the haters, like y'all are terrible, and he's just like, but I just didn't like that you killed
but I
Joel.
just
Why are you
didn't
saying
like
to fuck
this."
me? It's like no, like he is saying fuck the haters to
Yeah.
people that are making fun of his family and everyone that
Yeah.
worked on the game for years. for like 7 years, people would spent their whole life making this game, and you're just like, oh, everyone should go die, and you are all tolerable.
Yeah, fuck the haters is not fuck the critics. That is a very
Yeah.
different sentiment.
It
Like-
makes me wonder, do you think this will set a precedent for, like, companies being a little bit scared to go outside of the box?
Definitely.
I
It's
hope
like,
not.
We want to
I see
experiment,
if
we want to
Naughty
be
Dog-
different, but everyone's like, fuck you, no!
I don't
Keep it
think
the
Naughty Dog.
same.
I don't think Naughty Dog are listening to it because I'm pretty sure Neil
Yeah.
Druckmann's still getting to direct, and he's still he's tweeted out that
Yeah.
he's helping other people make other games right now.
I think
like,
it'll
he's still in the
change- it'll-
business, it's
I
not
think it'd
changed
go
anything.
for companies that are more susceptible to pressure. I think if, like, you applied this kind of thing to Ubisoft, they'd bend
Oh,
like a
yeah.
fucking toy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's because Naughty Dog have such a backing from Sony.
Yeah.
Like they have the power to just be like, right, people didn't like this, but look at everyone that did.
I think
Look at
they
everyone that
probably
did it.
have a
Okay.
silent majority of people who did like it.
That game.
Yeah.
That game.
They
made
do, it's-
money.
it's the
There's
That,
same.
yeah, oh yeah, that game made
Yeah,
money.
that game
Yeah.
made money. Oh,
People bought
boy.
it just to fucking break it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, like I bought 3 copies of The Last of Us 2 just to burn it. Just like, wow, thanks for. Have you ever
So,
heard of digital
Sony's like,
downloads, you
please
fucking
don't do that
dumbass?"
more.
I love
No.
capitalism. Oh.
Oh
The big-
darn!
The big leak certainly didn't help it.
The big
I
leak
hate
really
I
didn't help.
hate the people that leaked it because it's literally it was just like, oh, Joel was killed by a big muscly woman. I was like, what? You killed Joel with a
I-
fucking transvestite?
You added a trans character? I won't be
Not in
I
my
won't be
video
buying
game.
your game to burn. Like I remember seeing a thing like, I don't understand when people do something. It's like I bought your merch just to burn it. Just like,
Yeah.
yeah, you just gave them the money. Nice job, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, it's so dumb.
See
It's
this
so dumb.
coffee I just bought? I'm gonna pour it down the drain and look you in the eye and say, I don't stand for your company. Well, cheers. Want to do it again?
Do you want another one? A free refill?
Free refill, bud?
Yeah, like, if I don't like McDonald's, I don't go into McDonald's, buy a Big Mac, and then stamp
Throw it
on
at
the
the manager.
ground. and
Hey,
go
you
to
like
the
McDonald's because McDonald's doesn't
That's
like you, Sean, but that's a different issue.
Oh.
McDonald's versus Shawnson's
That's fucking
Kernels, the
funny.
2020 battle.
I hate the people that are not just like using The Last of Us as an excuse to be horrible people.
I
Like,
don't-
see
Oh,
the
yeah.
fact
Yeah.
the
They're
leaks
sheds.
made everyone think that Abby was transgender. Like I didn't
Oh, yeah.
I didn't go any of the links. It's because they heard muscly women and was like, ah yes, Abby
Women
transgender.
cannot be muscly. That's
So
a fucking
they're-
factual
Yeah, she's
anomaly.
just
the
strong.
actual trans character in it got so much hate, and it's
Yeah.
like they are genuinely one of the best characters in the whole fucking game. They are literally the Ellie of Last of Us 2. Like Ellie from the first game is this
Yeah.
character from The Last of Us 2, and people are giving it so much hate just because they're trans, and I
And
fucking
that's the
hate
strange
people
thing.
for it.
The strange thing about it is, like, as someone viewing it from an outside perspective, I didn't actually know about that character until I
Yeah.
watched the video essay, and then I'm
Uh-huh.
like, so there is actually a trans character, but less
Mm-hmm.
people are pissed because it's not erg trans woman just beat Joel's fucking head in with a golf club.
Yeah, like literally people that hate Abby, and I fucking hate that I can't remember their name. Fuck, like I don't wanna
Character number 2.
yeah, like I don't want to say the trans character. That's so fucking demeaning.
Yeah,
but
you
my,
don't-
my
you don't
brain
put
is
a
so
label on
fried.
them like that, but it's like shit. I don't
It's like
remember the
is it,
character's
it's not
name.
Ram or something. What is it?
I have no idea. You're
The
the
No
one
idea.
who's played it.
You're the last of
You
us.
guys, you
fan.
guys, you guys,
know
you
what
guys
we're
talk for a
talking about.
second. You guys
Okay.
talk for a second. I'm gonna look
Okay.
it up.
You're gonna speed Google it.
Well, I mean,
Phil-
we would
Phil-
talk
Phil
about
Radio
Last of Us, but none of us actually know anything about it.
Yeah.
So you reckon Among Us will really win multiplayer category?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
gonna.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's gotta.
I think it kind of has to because it's
What's its
boomed so
competition?
much.
Like Warzone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lev,
Good.
Lev,
Right, let me check.
Lev.
Lev, that's
Lev.
a Lev.
Right. Lev is like literally Ellie from the first game, and Abby is literally Joel from the first game. Abby's character that you
But
play in The
Connor,
Last of
you
Us
don't
2.
understand. They're not Joel and they're not Ellie, so
Literally,
they
like,
can't be Joel and
It's,
Ellie.
it's kind of like I can see it. Like there is an argument that's like, oh, they're manipulating us emotionally.
Yeah.
Because like, no shit, it's a fucking story.
It's a fucking
Yeah.
story-driven video game. What do you think they're trying to do?
A
They're
story
not
that
just gonna like
No.
give you no emotional beats.
emotion.
What do you like? Have you ever seen a film before? Like,
I don't understand. But
Nah,
video
it's
games.
because
film.
real gamers want emotional stories that only make you feel anger, like Call of Duty.
Real gamers want
Oh
to
my God.
misogynistically abuse women while they're playing League of Legends. That's all real gamers want.
Chris Brown Simulator when? That's what real gamers want.
like it just pisses me off.
It's horrible. I don't understand. Like, do people don't do this with movies? I don't understand. Like, no one's like, You put a trans character in that role? Oh,
Here,
Wow,
Courtney's,
fuck you.
Courtney's put in the chat again.
Yeah.
After Joel died, kind of wanted to give up with the game. Hated Abby, but by the end, I was so hurt for her. Like, it managed to make me feel sympathy for her, like through
Yeah,
playing
that-
her story. It's like
Yeah.
exactly
That's kind of the
why
whole point, you
like,
know.
there's so many people that didn't play the game or didn't watch the game. Holy
but
shit.
Connor, you don't understand. As a gamer, fucking,
Like
I hate even
people
doing
think-
the imitation.
I respect you, Adam, because you didn't play the game and you just
Yeah.
went, okay, I'll look at the reviews and I'll look at an actual non-biased review.
Yeah,
and I'll
look at-
ask
I'll look
my
at some-
friends who played
yeah.
it instead of
I'd like to-
literally just being like, oh, someone was like, a trans person killed Joel. That means I must hate all trans people.
Right. I would like to cast our mind back to like February, and we were playing Battlefront 2, Adam.
Yeah, I remember when I saw the leaks.
Me and you talked about like, so we sat and read through them, and we were
Yeah.
like, this doesn't sound good.
Yeah,
The game will be very different though.
yeah,
Like our conversation was literally like, this doesn't sound like a good story on paper. Like that was it.
Yeah.
That is what we thought.
The extent of our thing was, from the bare minimal plot I'm getting from the leak, which happened in Portuguese and was translated to English, was, yeah, I don't think this is gonna be that good. I haven't played the
Yeah.
first game though, so I can't really comment.
It's clear how like some people have very quickly jumped to conclusions because, like, even like we're not like folk who go on like Facebook and are like,
Yeah.
Representation.
It's like
Fucking hate them.
we're not in the echo chamber.
Yeah.
even if we like read the leaks and we're like, that story doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
There's definitely people out there who were absolutely, without a doubt, even if the leak didn't happen, would
Yeah.
go crazy.
How dare you kill off favorite character? How dare you do that? I don't. Where has the mentality come from? Have gamers always been like? Has game fucking we're a collective? Has it al- when did it start being a thing that it was okay to go? I don't like the plot of this game. I'm gonna harass you on Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
like,
Just more
fucking hate
anonymity breeds shit like that, you know?
People
Yeah.
literally hate on the game for fun.
Yeah, I mean, like,
yeah,
any pussy with
Everyone-
a keyboard will be an asshole for, like, no reason.
Yeah.
And I fucking hate it. Like,
Yeah.
like obviously people are allowed to do it, free speech, whoop, whoop, but like, don't be a cunt and expect people not to get upset
Yeah.
with you. Like, Neil Druckmann is
Or
allowed to
to
call
just
you all
ban you.
haters and not give a
Yeah.
shit about what you say, but
Yeah.
then don't cry about it and say that he should lose his job. I had an
Yeah.
argument with someone that literally said I am never ever playing another Naughty Dog game because he spoke back against the haters. I'm just like,
Okay,
you fucking
okay.
what? Like,
okay.
You're never going to
What
play
kind of-
any of the Uncharted games or any of the Last of Us games
Yeah,
again just
just
because
ever
he
again.
didn't want to be
Because
caught.
the director went, "Hey guys, can you stop threatening me and my family because I made a video game you didn't like that much? Thanks."
Like, holy shit! Like, I don't
People
get
put so much of, and I hate to say it, but I see a lot of with like the cyberpunk stuff where it's people that are either like outright being like, "This game is fucking terrible," or
Yeah.
"Oh, Witcher Man Company can never do any wrong
It's like, how
because
do-
they are Witcher Man Company."
Like, why don't we just like talk about games as
Why
if they're
can't
just
we
games?
all just get along?
Yeah, like why can't we just like
Because it's not
give
games.
it what
It's
it
not
is?
games to some people. To some people, it's all like it's fucking life. It's too much for them to be like.
CD Projekt Red made The Witcher 3, and that's like seen as one of the best games of all time. But can
Yeah.
we not like either say they do no wrong or say that Witcher 3 is terrible and everything that they've made is terrible and they should all go die? It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be that extreme. Like,
I
can we
don't-
not just
I don't
enjoy
like
it?
The Witcher 3. I don't like many. I don't even think I've played any CG Project Red games that I like. But I don't go, fuck, I'm gonna go
Death to
right to
them all.
those head offices and just fucking go ham.
Like, holy shit. Like, holy shit.
Like, why do people get so angry? I don't like. I can understand if it's from like if there was a game-breaking bug, and from a consumer standpoint, it's like I just got ripped off. But like,
just while we're on
Well,
CD
hit it.
Projekt Red,
Uh-huh.
there's this post I saw earlier that was like someone passed it around on Twitter, and it's on.
It's been
r//
such a close
small
season. It was
penis
such a close
problems.
game last time
And,
around. Temlon's
Like,
kept.
just played Cyberpunk 2077. The smallest option is still over 5 inches. Kill me.
I love that you
man.
can change your deck size. That's such a meme. That's
It's so
Apparently,
upsetting that like
alright.
half an inch isn't an option though. Like, why wouldn't they do that just for the joke?
I don't know,
that's
man.
true.
Yeah, it's
Because
not-
like the average is like 5.3, so if you can't do half an inch,
yeah,
then like
5 is your smallest. Like,
Please don't tell me we're gonna get into dick size.
Okay,
in video
I'm just
games,
saying, if you're
please.
gonna go for fully
We
fledged
already had child
customizability,
molestation. Can
it
we
should
just
be
not?
it should be from a half to
I think we should
30
talk
minimum.
about Abby's deck size in The Last of Us 2.
Bigger than Jules. Get mad.
It was a
haters.
schlong.
Get mad, haters. Right. Well, you know what? Before we segue into like any other topics,
Yes.
what's ever? None of us have played Cyberpunk, correct? None of us. I haven't
No,
bought it.
no.
I know.
I have
Yeah.
not
I've not
got it.
even viewed any of it.
What is everyone's thoughts on? Not like let's not comment on the glaring issues with the game thus far that are affecting like.
Yeah,
half
we're
the
all
player base.
we're all
Oh my god, why is this being so weird?
We'll get back to it. Don't worry, Sean.
Right,
I
it should
was
be fine
interested in
now.
what
I
you were
don't know
saying.
why it was
Okay.
so weird.
Are we back?
Yeah, I believe so.
I believe so. I don't know why it did that. I'm really
Hello,
sorry
everyone.
to anyone
Sorry
who's
for technical
listening to that and just got fucking deafened, by the way.
And I swear to God, did this happen like a few episodes ago? Like back in whenever the hell we did like this.
So is that going to be is that going to be in the stream, or we're just going to cut that out? Like the
I mean,
the
It's-
actual
it's-
podcast.
we'll find out.
It's gonna be. You
Is
know,
it going to be in the audio recording?
I'm just gonna mark it as audio mistake.
Big red flag. Oh God, help me.
I
Uh-oh.
but that us talking about it right now is going to be in it. So. Nah, it probably won't be. Right, welcome
Okay.
back. Sorry about the audio there. We had to
Anyway.
cut for a second. Where were
Anyway.
we?
Yeah, go Sean.
God,
Go
where
Sean.
were we? Yeah, Sean, we were on
Um,
you.
a Marvel. So like I don't like. Yeah, I'm sad that I haven't like seen like a movie franchise that I love because it's been delayed and all the like everything about it's been delayed and it's like sad it's all thrown into whack. But it's still coming out
Mhm.
and it will still be the same thing.
Yeah.
It'll just be more refined.
Yeah. I agree with you. The only like as Adam said, like it's been delayed so much and it's still not finished.
Yeah.
That's my
Like-
only issue. That I'm taking this game with such a grain of
Well,
salt.
it's
Like
made by a
I'm
big
I'm
company. I mean,
Of course,
Yeah.
I know it's like it's not of the fault of the programmers. Of course, it's the
Yeah.
execs, but it makes you
Uh-huh.
wonder like why make all these promises up front and then go for like
that's just the problem with the industry.
yeah, it's the industry.
To be
The
honest.
industry's the problem.
No Man's
That's,
Sky is
like-
like primo example.
my
Oh
God.
yeah, no Man's Sky is the like the fucking rising from the ashes primo example.
It's like it's nominated for best ongoing game again.
Yeah, it's actually like
Yeah.
having played a bit of it. It's not my kind of game. It's more. It feels very chill, but like it's a good game now. It's a
It's
million
definitely a
times better
game
than
to
it was at
relax to.
launch. Yeah.
Now that it's on Game Pass as well.
There's a couple.
um,
There's a couple weird issues. One of them being the fact that you can get a blueprint for
Mhm.
like crafting a wooden door, but there's no wooden door in the game. So you unlock the crafting and you go and look for it, and it's like I can't make a wooden door because doors don't exist.
Yeah.
And it's like a minor developer oversight, but it's better than like, oh yeah, they released an entirely unfinished game at launch.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
The only thing with No Man's Sky is that it's literally like 10 people made it. Like,
Oh yeah,
it's-
it was a tiny dev team. CD Projekt Red is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I've seen like it's just it.
I mean, hasn't CD Projekt Red really grown over Cyberpunk?
Oh mate, they have like massively expanded. The Witcher 3 was
Yeah.
like a cool. I guess it was like a. Would it be right to call it a sleeper hit because it won like 9 million awards and they got like
Wasn't
their
it a
names.
sleeper hit when it like first came out, but then it got
It was
What's
this
the
right.
difference,
What
right?
happened when it first came out? This is kind. It has a weird development cycle. It came out was so buggy that they had to shelve it, and then they unshelved it, and then it was a work of art because I was looking at like a thread earlier, and it was just like someone being like, "So the game right now, bit scuffed. Everyone remember that when Witcher came out, it was so bad they took it off the market. I didn't know that was a thing, but apparently
Yeah,
it
me
was.
neither. I think we were still quite young when Witcher came out, were we not though?
I'm not actually sure. I'm
You weren't old
actually.
enough to play Witcher. That's
me-
that's
let
the
Witcher
way to
3.
put it.
Yeah, we definitely were not. When did Witcher 3 come out? Because
It was released 2015,
What the
so
fuck?
we hadn't even sat exams yet.
Damn.
There's a lot of
You were-
games that
I
are younger
remember
than.
it was popular in like 2017 as well. I would say
Yeah.
that's
yeah,
when
no, it banged in 2017. That's when
Yeah.
I first started hearing about it.
There was a chart I saw earlier on Gaming Circle Jerk. That, of course, it's like it's like Judge a Joke subreddit. Takes the piss out of people that like are all SJW bad gur. But one of
Yeah.
the things I saw that was like, oh, I'm so glad we got all these amazing games out, and it was like showing because it was a portmanteau of like, oh damn, fuck all these games that are so multiplayer based. Look at all these multiplayer based games, and it showed like solely single player based stuff. But Assassin, like, just the way things come out. Assassin's Creed Origins came out the same year that Night in the Woods did, and stuff like that. Like
I
big
don't know what
up and
Night in the
coming.
Woods is.
It's a
Very good in the game.
very good indie game, but it feels it's stuff that feels like it's been out for ages. Came out in the same year as like other things that don't. And the industry's just so rapidly expanding. And what I'm kind of just going on a big tangent about right now is like, I don't know. I'm kind of like deep down, I'm kind of worried for the industry in between all the game bad. I'm gonna send you death threats and corporation bad. I'm gonna fucking buy your game even though you just made those programmers crunch for like 3 weeks straight and release a game
Yeah.
unfinished.
Programming
I
crunch
think-
is like a huge thing.
How does
Like-
one even? You're the programmer here, Gilbert. How doth one even? How do you crunch program? Because I feel like there's a lot more thought process that goes
You
into
just
it. 'cause
make
I
them
was,
work more hours and be like, hey, this
It's
needs to
it's
be
unpaid
done,
overtime.
so they work themselves harder. Is
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can program casually, and you can program like, I need to get this done in 12 minutes. It better be done.
Yeah.
And you're like
Mhm.
frantically researching, and
corners
your
you can
head
cut.
is intensely burnt. You know, there's different levels to it.
Yeah. I can't like as someone who's terrible at programming. I couldn't imagine myself like sitting for like 12 hours a day looking at that like just code. I think I would probably die.
Like,
Even if it was
people,
my job.
people say that they keep them in for so long that they don't see their family for ages. Like some people have to like move
Yeah.
move away to like go work for them.
There's a lot
Um,
of like sleep there.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like I've heard a lot. You hear the stories about like the Cyberpunk development. It's like, yeah, I slept in my office for like 3 weeks.
yeah.
What the fuck?
Because it's so much overtime. Like you'll finish at like midnight and you're back for 5 o'clock in the morning. Like there's no
Yeah.
point going home. You live like 2 hours away, so
Mm-hmm.
it's a big yikes.
What's the? Yeah, God.
And like I know I'm not in the programming industry, but as someone who is in the creative industry, I see it as like very toxic right now.
Yeah.
Like from a fan base and from a studio base, like it is so like, oh, the studios are untouchable, but all the fans are being like, no, we must take them all down. Doesn't matter if
no,
they've literally
we
done
must
nothing.
take them all
Yeah.
down, or then it's like the counterpart where it's like,
Or they
no,
do
this
nothing wrong.
this company can do no bad.
Yeah, it's so toxic, and like I just hate
Yeah,
how
it's like
both
it's,
sides of it is. Like it's
yeah,
like,
it's
can we
like
all just calm down and just enjoy things? Like
yeah, like you'll have a company that breaks all their promises. Hell, we haven't even got right. Why don't we go into Nintendo's big current drama? Sean, you want to pitch in on this? You're the big
yeah,
Nintendo
on you
man.
go.
They're bad, but I'm still gonna like. It's just that, right? I'll blow my nose. Adam, introduce it, please.
Right. So, Nintendo has a company history of, oh, so you're showing off our game that came out? How about we just copyright strike that?
that
Oh,
shit. Yeah.
you're uploading some soundtracks onto YouTube for our games? How
Strike
about no?
Shit.
Strike that shit. There's been a whole big, like, Nintendo has always been we make games, but we still have the brain of a massive conglomerate of
Yeah, of like a
entertainment.
lawyer firm or some shit. You know,
Yeah,
like that's how they
we
act.
can make money if you take down that video.
Well,
So take
Something
it
we
down.
didn't talk about before with it was right. There was the free melee thing. There was
Yeah.
They've always been kind of against like melee tournaments, especially because they're the big ones.
And Melee is
But they
like
make
20
money.
years old, so nobody's buying
Yeah,
new
I think
copies
it's
of
like
it
it was
really.
19 like a month ago or something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
There was a melee tournament. Nintendo shut it down because it was using emulators, which they're fully legally allowed to do. It's just a bit scummy. And
Well,
there's a
how
movement
is it
for
scummy though? You can
remake.
buy a copy of the game and use an emulator.
Well, of course, like
It's just because
legally, it's like most people probably won't do that.
yeah,
I mean, but the problem with emulators is kind of redundant now.
you,
It's
you
so
can
massive.
get a ROM from purchasing the disc. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't
Uh,
make money from that
yeah.
game anymore. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, it
Mm.
literally hurts them zero. Or probably, I mean, people.
It
probably
hurts them like
don't.
like not zero, but like an absolutely negligible
If
amount.
anything,
Yeah.
I think it probably brings more attention to Smash and makes people buy the
Yeah.
new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the big issue with it was that there was a Splatoon tournament, and this is the bit I didn't know about till this morning.
Ooh.
So,
Spicy.
Nintendo has run these type of Splatoon tournaments before. The grand prize, guess the grand prize, gentlemen.
Okay. Right.
Like
Since
100K.
no, I think alright. I'm gonna lowball it. I bet you it's like you get like Nintendo Premium for like a year or some shit.
What is it?
So, you
Please-
get
please do too.
£25
Are you fu-
eShop credit.
Oh my god, that's worse than what
How-
Adam said.
how big of a tournament is this?
I can't believe I said 100 grand. I feel like an
Nintendo's
idiot.
own Splatoon 2, like esports tournaments that they like promote and everything. And
Are
they
you
ended
fucking
up
kidding me?
cancelling the event because a couple of teams made their names like related to the like free melee thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course. Mm.
And in light of that, it came out that in a previous Splatoon tournament of this like run by Nintendo as well, they unveiled that not that they unveiled, like the winners of a previous tournament came out and were like, yeah, we never received our £25 credit.
Imagine being
Wow.
that shitty, man.
I know. It's fucking eShop credit. You can make that up. That's not real money.
They also cancelled Joy-Con Boys Joy-Cons, which were risen money for
proceeds-
mental health awareness. Or
The
mental
proceeds were 100% towards mental health and
Yeah.
suicide awareness.
They were
And
made for a YouTuber called Etika, who had like a Joy-Con Boys like kind of brand.
I think the
thing,
echo's back.
and he was a huge
Yeah.
fan. I think it's from someone.
Yeah, it was Alex.
It's not
Alex
me.
the kid made it.
I know, but
And,
it will be one of you.
Mm.
But he was like a huge fan of that.
It's
and-
Adam in the Discord.
Is it me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
must be. Etika was a huge fan of Nintendo. He had the Joy-Con Boys like brand. That was his thing. His fans were Joy-Con Boys. So one of them, after he died, unfortunately, he committed suicide.
It was a fellow YouTuber.
Oh right, okay. Well, a fellow YouTuber made Joy-Con Boys Joy-Cons and put all the like proceeds towards charity for mental health awareness. And then back in like September, Nintendo were like, "Hey, Joy-Cons? No," and served them a cease and desist. But now, because of Free Melee, everyone's digging up all the previous bad shit that Nintendo has done, and they dug up that. That's essentially what's going on with Nintendo. It is not poggers. Is Nintendo nominated for anything this year?
Animal Crossing.
For
Yeah,
Oh,
Animal
yeah.
Crossing.
They got a lot of stuff in the ring, and for a big like we're a family-friendly company, that's very like that's the kind of
that. I don't like
any of
that.
for
Like-
a company.
This character getting
Like
unveiled,
that's like some Disney shit.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I was gonna go into a point where like
Yeah.
Ubisoft is Sony. If we're talking like that, I'm fucking
Mhm.
Nintendo or Disney.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
they're
they
just
feel like they
so-
have like it's like, oh, you're using RIP.
No.
yeah.
I don't do credit link. Come back when you're a little richer.
I'm trying to see if they are up for anything else. I'm pretty sure they're only in for.
I think it's only Animal Crossing.
It's
Animal
Animal
Crossing.
Crossing.
Yeah,
It's on like best family and best multiplayer and
man, I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see who wins, what goes down.
That
bring
that
me-
will be interesting. That will be
To bring it on
interesting.
to a bit of a lighter note, let's talk about another category. Best role playing. Can we all agree? Persona 5 Royal.
What are the other
Uh,
options?
Yeah, what's my other options? Because I haven't played. Right.
I have
Shit.
not-
What is,
I've
wait,
I've not
what
been
is it?
involved.
We're in best
Role
role.
playing.
Okay.
Final
There's
Fantasy
best.
VII Remake.
That is not
Genshin
a
Impact,
category I have been involved in.
I can't
Genshin
comment.
Impact,
I
Persona
can't.
5 Royal.
Yep.
Persona 5
Wasteland 3, and Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Yeah.
Yakuza, man.
Yakuza's
It's gotta
great.
be Yakuza.
Yakuza's really good. Persona 5, PogChamp as fuck, but the Yakuza games are great.
But Yakuza games are great.
And this new one's supposed to be pretty good. I haven't played it yet. I considered buying it,
Yeah.
but it's a bit pricey still. But I don't know.
Is
It
it
looks.
full price?
Yeah, it's full price.
Yeah, yeah. 'Cause I barely ever buy games full
Sega
price
needs
these
that
days.
money, man. Sega needs that money.
Just while we're on it, we were talking about Nintendo being up for more stuff. They are quite literally half of the games in Best Family.
Oh
That doesn't
wow.
surprise me.
Yeah.
Paper Mario, Origami King, Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, and New Horizons.
What the fuck is Paper Mario Origami King?
Yeah, I've not heard of that.
It was the new Paper Mario game that came out.
When did that come out? Wow. Okay.
I mean, we're not big Nintendo boys, and those
Yeah, I'm
like
not big
Paper
Nintendo
Mario
boys.
is marketed towards literal children.
Is
that
it?
Game,
Yeah.
That game was big even within Nintendo. Like,
Wow.
Paper Mario's went downhill, mate.
Yeah, I always thought it was like the big, like, whoa, it's this cool kind of. It's I don't know if it's a site. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it always seemed like cool to me art style wise. I was like, huh, looks kind of quirky. They're all made of paper.
Yeah. I remember the DS games, but aside from that,
Yeah.
no knowledge.
There's no Paper Mario DS game. Oh well, there's one. There's Sticker Star, but that's it.
Yeah, the one I know
Well,
is
that's the
Sticker
one
Star.
I
Oh,
remember.
thank you
Nah.
for the fucking large pinging noise, Microsoft Auto Update. I don't care about
Oh,
Word.
Love it when it does that.
The-
Especially when you're
Usually you
recording a
never-
podcast.
The writing in Paper Mario was really good, but the games have went downhill. Like, they clearly give the writers a little bit of leniency because they go buck wild with some stuff.
Oh, please do go into detail if you have any examples, because I'm intrigued.
Where's my keyboard? There.
Where's my keyboard? Hey, you get your shift key fixed yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Sean spilled something on his keyboard.
Spilled tea. Yeah,
Tea,
I'd like to
tea.
make it known. It was nothing unkosher.
All right, I didn't know what it was. I couldn't remember, so I just said
It's
something.
hot tea.
So, since we're probably approaching the end of the podcast, do we want to think about our picks for the
Oh.
Yeah,
best
do we
games?
want to just run through the categories?
Okay. Right.
Jason, let's go quick.
Yeah. Okay. Let's run through them real quick.
Let me just get mine loaded up again because I was on.
Yeah,
the
it's annoying that can you view all categories at once?
Yeah.
Yeah,
can,
you
it's just,
can.
you can just scroll
No,
through them all.
Yeah, the very homepage. So.
Game of the
well,
year,
Yeah.
or do we want to start with?
I think we
the-
end with Game of the Year.
I think we
with
end with
Game of the
Game.
Year.
Let's end
Right,
with Game of
so-
the Year.
what was the one I suggested earlier to start with? Because we don't care about esports.
Wasn't it Game Direction?
No. It's
As like
near
the
the bottom.
tertiary.
Why
It's
don't we
near the
just go
bottom.
from the bottom?
Best debut
yeah.
game.
Bottom to the top. Yeah, let's do bottom to the top.
Are we doing
Bottom
the
to the top.
esports stuff?
No, let's go from best debut.
Best
and
debut
up.
game.
Fuck
yeah, okay.
esports. We don't care
Fa-
about esports.
Phasmophobia. I think that's pretty easy.
Oh wow, Phasmophobia is there? Okay.
Yeah.
That
game is banged, and it
Ah,
looked
no.
very good.
I didn't see
I think-
anything about it.
Carrion's there. I think Carrion would get
I've
it.
never heard of
Carrion's
Carrion.
Karen would get my vote.
Great
It's very
game.
funny.
Flawed because it doesn't have a map, but great game.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Karen.
Sean.
I think Phasmophobia will win it, but I think Carrion should win it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
I
fair
think
enough.
Phasmophobia will win it.
Phasmophobia is the only game I've heard of on that. To be fair.
Yeah, which, the more people have heard of it,
Yeah.
the more likely it is to
Okay.
win, isn't it?
Content
what's the
creator
right-
of the year.
I only know like 2 of these people, so I'm gonna
I
say
know
it's not.
3 of them.
I'm gonna
I was
give it
going to
to
say Valkyrie.
Yeah, I thought you would.
Tim the Tapman and Nick Marks are the other 2 I know.
I know Tim. I don't watch Tim, but I know of Tim.
I follow
think I know
Tim, but I
who
don't
he
watch him anymore.
I know of him.
Valkyrie is my vote though.
Yeah. She popped off
Yeah.
this year.
She is
I
properly
agree.
popped off.
No, Alana
Was that
Pierce
unanimous, or
probably
did you
for
have a
me.
different thought?
I'm quite a fan of Alana Pierce. I think she makes good content.
I recognize her, but I don't know who she is.
She
feel like you've
worked
talked
for
about it before.
Funhouse, which is a subsidiary of Rooster Teeth. She now works for Sony. She's like a lot
Oh,
more on the
wow.
business side of things, so I'm actually surprised that she's here because she's not as popular as probably any of these people,
But
and
she got that
definitely
big
not
niche, bro.
Nick, Valkyrie, or Tim the Tapman. But I do
Yeah.
think she makes good videos. Just rarely.
Moving. Wait, Sean. Do you have an opinion on that?
I don't know. I
Then
like
let's Okay.
I know her.
Then let's move our asses up to multiplayer.
Among Us for me.
It's
Among
gonna be.
Us.
It's gonna be Among Us.
Warzone is fun and was good for
Sometime.
lockdown, but I think
Yeah.
the game has got toxic and I don't like it anymore.
It's a COD game. Of course, it got toxic.
I think when it first came out, it was one of the best things to
win.
happen to lockdown.
I'd probably like.
It'd
Fall
be
Guys.
nice if
think
Fall
Among
Guys
Us
won because
is a better game.
they're a small team. Among Us is a tiny team as well.
Among Us has 3 people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I am forgetting it is a 3-man fucking team that worked
It
on
ha-
that. I
it-
just
it
got
has-
like mid yawn and hiccup.
It has
there.
a
I swear to
programmer-
fucking God.
Yeah, but
Wow.
Fall Guys
That's
actually
literally
feels
it.
original. Like Among Us has been done before and better. It
Yeah,
just happened
they
to
haven't
blow up.
edited it. It's just Mafia.
Yeah,
It's just Mafia.
it's just Mafia, but
Yeah.
it is what it is.
I don't think it should be Animal Crossing, and I don't think it should be Valorant. So
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wouldn't really put if you say multiplayer game to me, I don't think yeah, Animal Crossing was poggers as fuck, huh?
Honestly, looking at the multiplayer thing though, like any of them could win apart
Yeah.
from Valorant, and I'd be like,
If
"That's the win."
Valorant wins, it's gonna be
Yeah.
like a hold up. I don't
Wait
think
a
the
minute.
people voted for. Wait a minute, stop the count.
Stop the steal.
Like,
Um,
it's a case of like any of them could win, and I'd be like, I can see that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's fair.
they're not entirely predictable, but they're not entirely unpredictable either. Moving on.
best sports racing.
It's either gonna be
Tony
Dirt
Hawk's,
5 or
right?
F1 2020.
What?
Tony Hawk's was
Mm.
kind of an. I haven't heard anything about it. Like it's a Tony Hawk's game. I haven't heard shit.
It's the only one I've heard
Really?
anything about.
FIFA is not good.
FIFA's not good. Yeah, the only thing I've heard about FIFA and NBA is neither of these games are good.
Honestly, it could be Dirt 5 Formula or Tony Hawk, and I would be happy.
Having
Yeah,
played Dirt
probably
5,
Dirt
it
5
is,
is what I'd want.
it's really good because the whole shtick operates between like it's Nolan North versus Troy Baker, literally because they're the two. Like one of them's I can't remember which one's. I think Troy's the good guy, Nolan's the bad guy. But it's 100% operating on like them just being assholes to each other over like an in-game podcast, and it's
Yeah.
really fucking funny.
What about best sim strategy?
Oh, I haven't actually.
Microsoft Flight Sim.
Microsoft Flight Sim? Wait,
I-
no, Crusader Kings
I
is a
think
good.
Crusader Kings will win. I want Microsoft Flight Sim
Microsoft
to win.
Flight Sim.
Just
because
because the memes with it were funny and it's a really impressive from a technical standpoint.
we got to see that big black hole in the middle of Brazil.
Best family, the Nintendo category.
Hmm.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, just it could be Fall. I think Fall Guys will win.
I
but
might
think
be Fall Guys.
Yeah, I'd,
Because it's
I'd
like
want Fall Guys. What about
quirky
Minecraft
jelly
Dungeons,
bean.
guys? What about Minecraft
Wait, is
Dungeons?
Minecraft Dungeons in there?
Yeah. I
I
hated
voted for
Minecraft
my
Dungeons.
vote's for Fall Guys.
Okay, yeah, valid. Minecraft Dungeons wasn't fun.
It was
so-
not good, no.
It's-
I don't think Minecraft or Mario Kart Live should be there.
Yeah, isn't it
Yeah,
an
it's
AR
barely a
game?
new game. It's just an addition.
Yeah,
It's an AR
it's an
game.
addition.
Yeah.
It's like a little gimmick.
Isn't it
in a
just
way.
isn't it just the last Mario Kart but AR?
No,
no,
like a new.
no.
It's like an actual game, and but you buy the cart, but it's way too expensive, and I don't think enough people bought it.
Yeah, you buy a little
Okay.
cart, you map a little track in your house, you make picks up dirt and shit, you can throw it down the stairs, all that jazz. You know?
Nice.
So
I have
can't
I have no opinions on the next category.
I can't weigh in on best fighting. I don't like fighting games.
Well, I
think-
think we just go with MK and then
Yeah.
I was literally
I
just
think
gonna
Mortal
say,
Kombat probably will win. To
probably
be fair,
will win.
yeah. I didn't know they made a One Punch game, so
Wait, what? That's there?
One Punch a hero nobody knows.
What the fuck? I didn't even hear of this. Okay.
uh,
PogChamp, I
we've
guess.
already discussed roleplay.
Yeah.
The
I
one
think
thing
it's-
sorry, just to go back, the one thing I've heard about the One Punch Man game is if you play Saitama, there's like a whole gimmick of like, yes, he wins in one punch, but you've got to like wait for that punch or something.
Ah, I
okay,
see.
that's interesting.
So he is
That's-
still one punch.
How does that
but
work then? Do you
I
always
s-
win as Saitama or
I
You
assume
get the
in my
punch off, I
mind
assume.
it'd be like if you have to build
Like a
up
bar
like a
getting built
combo
up?
meter before you get to use your big punch.
So
like, do
Saitama
you get
just
to do you
kicks.
just have to dodge? Like, are your attacks
very,
just
very
dodges?
difficult to make a fighting game about a guy whose whole shtick is literally I don't
Win
need to
every
fight.
fight.
I win.
Bonk,
The whole
Yeah.
stick is I win.
I win. I feel like they could have made it a good funny game, but I mean,
Yeah, For roleplay,
Yeah.
I think we were already mostly Yakuza, but Sean was like, nah.
I don't have an
want
opinion.
Persona to win. Persona 5 is amazing.
For
Action
Sean's sake,
adventure
I
is a
want
real
Persona to win.
category, to be honest.
Persona's the only
Wait.
one other than like Yakuza that I know.
Oh,
so-
I didn't see action. Oh, fuck, of course.
Action adventure. My vote is for The Last of Us
Fallen
2.
Order.
Uh,
Fallen Order all the way, man.
I want Fallen Order to win, but Last of
I think it would be
Right.
cool, but my vote is for The Last of Us 2.
Right, let me give my unbiased opinion because I haven't played like half of the. I don't think I've played any of these. Yeah.
You- You should
I
play
have played
Fallen Order, man.
half of them.
I have it downloaded. I haven't got to it yet.
I have played half of them.
So
I
good.
don't think Assassin's Creed should even be on it. It's a good game, but it is not best out of any of these. Like,
Yeah.
Just for the shout out, Ori and the Will of the Wisps is incredible, but
Yeah, I
It's-
doubt it's
it's
gonna
just-
win. I'd be
Yeah.
buzzing if it did, purely because it's like an indie.
I don't know.
it's an Xbox Studios game.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think
Didn't it start as an indie?
the first one was, and then they got. No, actually, no. They got acquired by Microsoft like really early. I think. I'm not sure. I can't.
Ghost of Tsushima.
can't comment.
might win,
I
actually.
was just about to
Ghost
say,
of
yeah,
Tsushima
my
did do
vote's
well.
gonna be Ghost of Tsushima because, like, I don't know, it looks good. People talk about it like it's great.
yeah, people are very happy with Ghost of Tsushima. I never got to
Yeah.
play it. I had to choose
Yeah.
between The Last of Us and Ghost of Tsushima. So
Well, you made a better choice in your mind, that's for sure.
yeah. But I really want to
Um,
get it, and I'll probably wait to the PS5 to get it at this point.
If you get it, please come on and give me your thoughts on it because it looks pretty interesting.
Give me a year for
Yeah.
the next Game Awards. I will come back.
for the next time that you're able to purchase a PS5,
Yeah.
come on and have a little chat about it. Best action.
Half-Life
Is,
Alex.
Hades.
It was I was
Hades
gonna say
or
Alex.
One of those.
I
yeah,
want Alex
it's-
to
it's
win
what, sorry?
because I want
What's the
VR
next
to
game?
become even more high profile, and I've seen gameplay
Yeah.
of it and it looks great. But
I
I wouldn't,
fucking love
I
it.
wouldn't be upset
I
if it
Best
didn't.
wish.
Best
really-
action. My vote was on Doom Eternal, but I want Half-Life Alex to win.
I really do.
Or
wish
Hades.
it was on-
I want Hades to win.
Yeah,
But
I'd be happy with
Half-Life
Hades
Alex, I'd be
or
very
Half-Life.
happy.
If Hades gets Game of the Year, they can stop hogging the limelight. If they don't, then they're okay with taking Best Action.
But
I hope
Hades,
Half-Life-
Hades is very, very good.
I want Alex to win something because then then everyone's like, oh, I
Yeah.
guess we should make
I
VR
want it to win
game.
something. I want it to win something outside of VR because it's
Yeah.
a gimme for VR.
Yeah, that
I
is.
think that's
yeah.
a good thing we can agree on.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
think Doom Eternal has it because it's Doom. But I want
Mm,
either Hades or
I don't know,
Half-Life
I-
to win.
Doom blew up when Animal Crossing came out, but aside from that,
I don't
Yeah.
think that-
It's because it was
Yeah.
at the beginning of
Half-Life.
quarantine. No one really remembers it now.
yeah.
Yeah, it was kind
And
of
it was
like it was
literally
actually, I
for the
think it was
memes
a-
that they came out on the same day as well. Without
Yeah,
Animal
and it was
Crossing,
like
it wouldn't have blown up as much.
Literal first week of being like shut in the fucking house is when it came out.
Yeah,
Animal
yeah,
Crossing
literally.
Absolutely blew it out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I have no opinions on the next category.
What is it? It's
The
accessibility.
accessibility one, right?
Last of Us 2. Last of Us
I
2.
I
I
find
guess.
this category in itself just kind of strange,
Nah, man,
purely
how-
because of like. I know why Grounded is there, and it's 100% because you can turn like the
spiders.
arachnophobia setting to
Yeah,
make them like big
uh-huh.
blobs.
Yeah.
I
It's,
did that playing that game, to be fair.
Have they had this category before? I'm not
I
familiar
don't
with
know. I don't know.
Because-
It's never a category I've kept an eye on.
it. Yeah, I've never. Oh fuck! I hope I win best accessibility. Well, I mean, no opinion. I'm just gonna like abstain from that one. I can't really weigh in. It's
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
don't need
colorblind.
to
I'm not
use
scared
any
of
of that
spiders.
accessibility
Yeah.
issues, you know, like I don't use the features, so I can't comment
Yeah.
on them.
I think like genuinely, I know I sound like a Last of Us shill, but Last of Us
Because, yeah.
2's accessibility is literally like revolutionary at this point.
We remember what you were like about Anthem, young man, which I actually.
Guys, buy
which I-
Anthem.
Hey, it's on EA Play now, and EA Play is on Game Pass, so I did download it and start playing it.
Guys, it was on EA Play when I told you.
Yeah, we didn't have it then.
EA Play wasn't on Game Pass then.
Yeah, that's
Right.
true.
The next category I'd actually like to discuss for like a brief minute
Alex
I
is
think
gonna
it-
win, but I want Dreams
Right.
to.
Okay, I was gonna go through all the accessibility options for The Last of Us, but that's fine.
Oh, no.
I don't have to.
What?
It's actually a metric fuck ton. Like,
Is it
Yeah.
just like colorblind?
no,
I
it's
can't-
so much. There's like
It
fucking
seems like
40
we
accessibility
Take a
things.
while if we talk through them.
Well, you can talk us through it when we're sitting here watching the Game Awards when it wins.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm gonna just express I'm kind of disappointed with the VR category. Like Saints and Sinners is there, Half-Life Alyx is there. I have no idea what the fuck any of these other games are.
Did Until You Fall come out this year?
Yeah, it did. It
I
came
know
out.
it's not
It's in
popular,
another
but it
category.
absolutely should be in this category.
Until You Falls in another category. I think.
Wait, really?
Yeah, is
Yeah,
it?
it's not on VR though.
But it's not
Alright,
in
well,
VR.
I recognize that. I recognize that.
Okay.
So-
Right. Let's see.
Half-Life
right.
Alyx is a gimme, in my opinion.
Yeah, Alex has
Yeah.
got that dub.
Alex
Iron
has
Man
got
wasn't
it,
that good.
but Dreams was
I didn't
still.
even-
Squadrons, no one really plays Star
Squadrons
Wars
was
games.
good.
like they've like
Squadrons is really good, but
ever since Battlefront 2's controversy, I don't think people trust Star Wars games.
Mm,
right.
apparently, it's
The
quite
difference-
short.
Saints and
difference
Sinners
with
wasn't very good.
Saints
What?
and Sinners is very good.
Saints and Sinners is great.
Not in my, like from what I've seen. Sorry, I've not played the actual game.
Yeah, it
not to,
looks like something. Yeah. Well, actually,
Yeah, sorry guys.
Yeah,
I should have clarified it
Hey,
first.
I don't own it. I just own a Quest. I don't own the game. But I mean, to me, it looks interesting. I like
Yeah.
something that will make me
A lot of VR
viscerally
games
scared.
do look shitty not in VR as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Until You
I should have
Fall is not a
clarified, I've
good
not
looking
actually
game unless you're
experienced
in the game. 'Cause
Yeah,
then
when
you're
you're
too
in
afraid
the
to
game
notice.
Zone, bro. When
That's
you're
why
in
I think-
the zone.
That's why I think Alex is a gimme because it looks good outside of VR.
Yeah, it looks fucking great.
Like it's
Yeah.
so pretty. The like seeing like it's Jacksepticeye I watched and him talking about like the controller and like how like receptive the game is. I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
Like he could be literally bullshitting, but I think he's like one of
No,
those
no,
YouTubers
I
you can
mean,
trust.
Yeah, like the way VR games do that, it's like they all have like the kind of controller with the ring, and it's like if you put your thumb in the ring, it knows.
Yeah,
it just
yeah.
it just senses it. There's no visible sensors. It just knows, bro.
It just knows, man.
I can't believe No Man's Sky is nominated for something.
Oh, is it in community support?
Yeah.
Right. This one's a good category, and it's entirely gonna. I think it's
Whoa.
gonna go to. It's
Did
going to.
oh wait, no, I'm here.
Oh.
I was giving it to Apex.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to either
No.
Apex or Destiny 2.
I was
I
gonna
don't
give it
think
to
Apex-
Fortnite, man. They pump shit out so quickly and so much.
I don't think Apex will win because the Apex community is
Hate-
trash.
Yeah, the people who play Apex hate Apex.
The people who play Apex will vote for Destiny 2 because it's the next option and they want to spite the devs.
Yeah. I also like how they just used that random like loading screen you can unlock a few seasons ago of Mirage in his bar rather than like any official cover art for the game. But but yeah. I don't know, that one could I'm interested in this category. I feel like it's up for contention. I'm not really
I think it'd be
man,
funny if Fall Guys won.
Yeah. Just like
and,
hi
and
guys.
Valorant.
Yeah. Valorant winning would be weird.
I feel like
It would
people would
feel
be mad if
very-
Valorant won.
And I'd be
Right. So we've all kind of we've
Mobile
given
Gamers
our
Among Us.
mobile games Among Us. I haven't heard of.
Yeah.
I'm not
Wild at
mobile-
Call of
Call of
Duty is
Duty
in there,
Mobile's
but that's the
not-
only comment
not
I
great.
have on that.
Call of Duty Mobile. Apparently, Call of Duty Mobile is insanely popular. I don't know.
Yeah,
anyone that's
but
played it,
I don't like that idea at all. Like
Yeah,
the
I
idea
don't-
of playing
I don't
COD on a
wanna be-
phone is just
Yeah, I don't like using a touchscreen device as my like controller. But that's just me.
Genshin Impact. I've heard good things, but I have known
Genshin
nothing about
Impact's
it.
like a gacha game though. It's like you buy. It's like you buy stuff.
Yeah, it's a gacha Breath of the Wild ripoff.
And I don't know anything about the other two.
Elliot was telling me
Uh,
the other day that Breath of the Wild is the best game he's ever played.
That's
It's
coming from
incredible.
Elliot. God damn, that's
Isn't
good
that
praise.
Sean? Isn't that your opinion too?
It's my favorite. It's my favorite game. I don't think it's the best game I've ever played.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What do you think is the best game you've ever played? What beats it? I mean, Peggle, obviously, but
without
Peg
doubt.
champ.
My man Tetris.
We playing Tetris.
oh man, I love Beat Saber. If Beat Saber's in here, I'd vote for Beat Saber.
I think Beat Saber was when it came out.
Yeah.
Like
Probably.
4
It
fucking years
probably
ago.
won best VR game when it came out. To be fair,
Yeah, because what other VR games existed that weren't porn?
yeah. Hades is
Did
gonna
Resi
win
7
best
get a-
indie.
Yeah, Hades is best
Um,
indie.
Yeah,
The
Hades,
best
I think,
game I've
has
ever
it.
played
I'd
was-
like it if Fall
If
Guys
it is
did,
the same
but-
with the Oscars.
Hold on,
if
Sean
it is-
finally decided what his best game
Okay,
is.
what is it?
The best game I've ever played, Celeste.
Okay,
Really?
valid.
You do
Over
big that
Breath
game
of
up
the
to me
Wild?
quite
Okay.
a lot, to be fair.
Homie loves that speed.
Oh yeah.
What was I gonna say? If it is the same with the Oscars, if it is in a category and it's also in the game of the year, the film of the year, it is going to win that category.
Yeah.
Hades for best indie.
Because you
No
can't
doubt.
give
If
a
it's
game
the
game of
best
the year and then
overall,
say,
yeah.
you can't go, oh, it's the game of the year, but it's not good enough to win its own genre category because there's something better than it.
It's not better than
It's the
Fall
game of
Guys,
the year,
but it's
but
better
Fall
than
Guys
every
was
other game
better
of the
indie,
year.
yeah.
Yeah.
Throw out a slice of toast to our good friend Alternate Cheems. I'll say Spelunky.
Right. Spelunky 2 looks good. I liked Spelunky 1. I enjoyed Spelunky
Chat
1.
agrees, Breath of the Wild is a good game.
Fuck
Or-
yeah.
A solid
I
game.
haven't played it. I'll- but I'll-
Best ongoing
Thank
is the
you.
same category as best community support, except
Yeah,
Warzone is
best
there.
ongoing.
Wait.
I have voted for Apex, but I think either Fortnite
What
or
the
No
fuck?
Man's
Yeah.
Sky is going to win.
I'm gonna
think-
cast the same thing. It's Apex or Destiny. Like,
This
Yeah.
this
I
is
think-
literally like this is literally in what the Oscars is for sound design and like sound production. Like
Best ongoing, legitimately Fortnite. Have you seen
Yeah,
what
it
they've
has
been
to be
doing?
Fortnite.
I was saying that. Like I said that
Yeah.
for community.
Travis Scott, Fortnite?
Travis
Travis Scott,
Scott, man.
Fortnite?
Travis Scott.
Fortnite concert?
Fortnite.
Oh, okay.
Tom Clancy's Fortnite, man.
Tom Clancy's Fortnite 2? Yo,
literally
alright.
everything that's popular goes into Fortnite, and I think that's
With-
something to be said.
Yeah,
Without a joke,
they've got
like,
they've managed
Fortnite
the Marvel DC
deserved it.
crossover as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Both.
What
of
were you
them.
saying, Sean?
Not even a joke. Fortnite deserves it.
Yeah.
I don't like Fortnite personally, but I can't.
Yeah,
argue, I
but
can't
like
argue
you
about,
can't
yeah.
fault with the brand they've managed to entirely build for themselves.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just a children's brand. Like it's just
yeah,
not aimed
It
at us.
wasn't like Among Us got boosted because someone on like a Twitch exec was like, "Hey, Soda Poppin', you want to play this game that me and my friends played this one time?" Bam. Fortnite built itself from like Battle Royale, and then every other game was like Battle Royale. Let's go.
Fortnite literally
And
saw
PUBG was like,
and it's
we're
but
gonna
what
sue.
if it was for kids?
PUBG was like, "Fuck."
What if it was
Remember
for
PUBG,
kids
guys?
and didn't crash every 5 seconds?
Yeah, what if it wasn't made out of like 3 polygons at once? Right, this next category for
Games
games
for
for
I
impact.
don't know
I
which
have
game
no-
is the heaviest.
I have no
Spiritfarer.
like thing here.
Okay, yeah,
Spiritfarer
Spiritfarer.
is good, and I saw Tell Me Why at E3. I also saw Spiritfarer at E3. Other than that, I can't really comment. Kentucky Route Zero looks good.
I love
feel
how
like it reminds
best
me-
performance is 2/5 Critical Role members.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
it literally is.
I have voted for Ashley Johnson because I think she gave the performance of her life. Laura Bailey is a god, but her Abby is not her best performance. I think to give it to her would be a thing against Ashley. I haven't played Ghost of Tsushima. Hades
I cannot comment on
and-
Ghost of Tsushima because I do not speak Japanese.
and Naji Jeter. I don't know if that's I'm pronouncing it right. He's good, but I think Ashley Johnson takes the
But
cake.
he has that exaggerated swagger.
The
of
black
teeth.
swagger.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, the exaggerated swagger with black teeth.
Exaggerated swagger of a black team.
I think he gets my vote for that.
See, Connor, you're not considering that this will not be decided on votes. This will be decided on the amount of exaggerated swagger they have.
Oh my god. No, but genuinely, I think like Ashley Johnson. That's the scene where again spoilers for The Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
Are you gone? Good. When Joel dies, I genuinely like her performance wrenches my heart every time. Every time I see it, it breaks my heart. The fact that I like you. If you look in behind the scenes, it's even worse. Like she literally like she had to like disappear for a bit after the scene. Like her and Troy Baker were like broken doing that scene because like
I can fucking
Troy,
imagine.
the whole time, like he talks about it. He's like, I'm lying there dead on the floor, and the whole time I was like, please, someone go help Ashley because she's like breaking down after the scene. Like she's still crying even when they call
Yeah.
cut. Like everyone's going over, like, are you okay? Because obviously his character just died. Whereas he's just like, please, someone go help Ashley, and they
I'm
both
good,
just sat
man.
and cried on this call.
Hey, yo,
Like, I'm
I'm
just-
good. Scene's done.
It like, oh, it breaks my heart. This game deserves all the awards.
Someone said they're upset about how Fortnite is whoring out every IP into theirs, which is kind of a fair point. to
right.
make.
I
Yeah,
think that's a fair
I
point.
agree.
I'm not really a fan of like,
I
we're
agree.
Fortnite, we do brand crossovers,
Yeah.
I think
find
that's
that-
the only reason it's best ongoing is because it has that brand crossover.
Yeah, yeah,
But I
that's true.
find that kind of like I've never thought of like whenever I play a shooter, I'm not like fuck. I really wish there was a Pepsi crossover right now in this thing.
God,
I
why
really wish
can't that be
Pepsi Man
Thanos
would come
again?
out with his Og.
Yeah, shit. Where's the Pepsi skin that I can support another?
What? You just kerplowed my guy.
They do it so well, and they do it
Yeah,
justice.
yeah.
Okay, I
That
disconnected
first,
for a
that
little
first
bit
They
there.
do it well.
Avengers event, that first, what happened?
Oh,
I disconnected for a
Oh,
little
no,
bit
he did-
after Adam was talking about Pepsi.
oh,
Right.
okay. You didn't miss
You
much. It
didn't
was
miss
more
much.
Pepsi
Yeah.
brand promotion TM.
That
Okay,
that
okay.
first Avengers event with Thanos was fucking incredible, and that's the last time I played
I
Fortnite.
remember
Yeah, same.
absolutely knocked out of the park because everyone was like, I can't fucking believe they did this. It was so, you gotta give props to
It
them
was
just
so
for being
funny.
so, what the, fuck?
the problem is when they do these expansions, I think a criticism can be made. As soon as the expansion is over, I don't want to play the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
I don't think it's interesting enough. I think you have to have been there and like constantly getting ready with the meta, constantly doing everything you can.
yeah.
Otherwise, I just don't want to be
If
involved.
you fall behind, then you don't want
That's
to
how I
catch
feel
up.
about Apex.
And I
to
think
be honest.
Apex is a better game for that, in my opinion, because
I
I
think-
can literally jump in Apex whenever I want, and I don't feel
Yeah.
like I've missed anything.
Yeah.
I think the way that Fortnite does like updates to its game
Mhm.
is so good though.
Yeah, it's
Like
impressive.
see having a
Yeah,
in-game
yeah, like,
event
can't
with, like,
argue with that.
100 people all sitting watching this game change in real time.
Uh huh. Can't argue with that at all. You're
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
bang
It's
on now.
incredible.
Uh-huh.
And it's,
But
see, the
I
latest-
hate like
See, the
another point to
Galactus
that.
one.
Sorry, on you go, Sean. I'm
Has
interrupting
anyone
you.
watched the like Galactus one they just did?
No, I don't play Fortnite.
They literally had it where they had everyone meet on like they had the helicarrier fly over the map, everyone meet on it, and then at the same time, in everyone's games across the world, they had Galactus appear in the skybox, reach over, and then you all get like transported into a battle bus, and everyone playing it has an on rails like shooter in the battle bus fighting Galactus, and it's like a full like it doesn't look like Fortnite. It looks like a
Yeah.
different game. And then
Yeah.
like
I've always, I wonder why other big games like that don't do
Incredible.
events like it. Like,
because
oth-
they're gonna get compared to Fortnite.
yeah,
Warzone try it, and every single time, like, see that Cold War event, the whole time
Yeah.
it's just like that was cool, but it's not quite like a giant rabbit fighting
remember
a big
in the
machine.
remember
It's
in the
not quite
last
Travis
battle
Scott.
pass where they were like, okay, so in Warzone, guys, if you get to a certain level in the battle pass, you can play X Gon give it to you through your SUV. How cool is that?
That is very cool, to be fair.
It
You
is
want to play? You
pretty
want to play
cool,
some? You want to
but
play
it's
some
just
H,
so, like,
guys?
You want to,
We don't
hey,
have
you
Travis
want
Scott,
to,
but do you wanna
play.
listen to H or
You want
Skrillex?
to play Skrillex's Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites like it's a 2013 MLG video?
Every person who plays COD wants it to be a 2003 MLG video. And
Mate,
that's-
Mate.
hey, I see those right. I don't like the game, but see the matches where I pop off and I get like a 4KD. I feel like I'm on drugs. I'm like,
yeah.
yes.
yeah,
No,
man,
I am
you
on-
don't like the game. You're just chasing the dragon. That's
I
what's
did that
happening.
with fucking like I played Destiny 2's PvP for the first time last night and got 3 KD and a 3 win streak, and I was like, I am a god.
That's
You
fucking funny.
chasing those hit marker sound effects, but hey,
The
anyways, before we
Galactus event is part of Marvel canon, apparently.
what?
What?
yeah, they
someone in
just
chat
said
just
it was
said that.
part of. They just said it was part of like another universe.
What the
Oh, okay.
fuck?
So Fortnite is
Yeah,
an
not the MCU
alternate
canon,
Marvel
Gilbert.
universe. Pog.
Not the MCU canon.
Man, I can't wait till
Well,
default
Fortnite
skin.
exists in the MCU.
Yeah, Thor
Oh
played it at
my
the start
God.
of that one movie.
Thor
Oh no.
still can't buy a PS5 in 2023. Accurate.
Oh, God.
Audio design? Do we have strong opinions?
Right.
I
This
have
is a
The Last
category
of
that
Us
is like,
2.
it's like, here's all the game of the year and other nominees, and then it's like, Resident Evil 3, I guess,
Half-Life.
I
which
think,
has, I don't think it's been nominated for any other categories, which is
I
kind of
think the
disappointing.
two that I would go for are Half-Life and The Last of Us 2.
Yeah,
I feel like you got Half-Life, you got to give it to purely because it's like it's VR,
yeah,
it's an immersive
360, like
experience.
really good.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
the
That's
sound design is shit, the game is shit.
The reason I'm saying that is because I think Half-Life has the best 3D and Last of Us 2 has the best 2D. Like,
Honestly, I don't think. I mean,
well, 2D
of course,
audio.
they're in the same category. I feel like it's hard to put them in the same category because one's just doing it for like the stereo experience, and then one's doing it for the I'm in
Immersion.
the game, bro.
Yeah.
Immersion, yeah.
I can see my hands,
I
and I'm
think-
drawing "fuck you" Combine on a window in marker pen.
Like, genuinely, like Last of Us 2 is, like, I think, in audio-wise, at least design it is the closest you can get to not to
Yeah.
like VR, but with still being in regular game
Yeah,
audio-wise.
yeah.
Like, because they've done so much work for the audio. I've
Mhm.
not, and this is like, I played Doom Eternal. I've not played Resident Evil 3, but I've like watched it all. Like I
Yeah.
hear the same audio the guy, the person playing it
The
has.
YouTuber does.
The Doom Eternal is all right for
I
audio
don't
design.
like hard rock and metal, so.
No, that's not this category.
Oh wait, yeah, that's the category above it.
Yeah, and I would-
okay.
and-
For just
Yeah,
sound design, then
it's
I'd
either
probably.
Half-Life Alex or Last of Us 2.
Yeah, it's Alex or Last of Us.
Yeah.
Unless
comics
Ghost of
canon.
Tsushima has like godded it on the sword sounds, but like
Yeah.
Clang! Yes! My
What
favorite.
do we think about soundtrack?
I think it's Doom Eternal.
Yeah. I think
it's
Doom Eternal.
or Hades.
I just
Yeah,
like the Doom
But
music.
people love Final Fantasy.
I-
Literally, Final Fantasy, at least that Final Fantasy, it literally gets played in opera houses, like that
Yeah.
soundtrack. So
The
it's either
Final
it's one
Fantasy
of them two.
composer is like absolutely. I was reading like stuff about like the composers for Square Enix, and I can't remember if it's the guy who did it for like Chrono Trigger back in the 90s or like how the guy for Final Fantasy started. But yeah, it was right. He went for the job and basically said, I've never played Final Fantasy, and this is just a stepping stone in my career. That is what he said
Wow.
to the
That's
executives, and he got the job.
Pog. Art direction, I've got to go with Ori.
And
I went with Ghost of
Next.
Tsushima.
I don't know. Hades is pretty.
Yeah,
Ori.
Ghost of Tsushima and Hades because they're the two. They're the two games I know most. Last of Us, I don't think gets art direction because it's supposed to be as realistic as it can be.
Yeah, like you can't really do art
Um,
direction if it's supposed to be realistic, in my opinion. Like the game
I
can
wouldn't
look
give it to Final
realistic.
Fantasy, even though it's known for being pretty. Hades is like the most artistic. Like at least I don't know about Ori.
No,
I don't know nothing
Ori
about Ori.
is-
No,
Sorry, I know
Ori's
nothing about
very,
Ori.
like-
Out of the, out of the ones that I know, Hades.
Yeah,
But
Hades.
Ghost of Tsushima is so pretty. It's made to be look realistic enough, and like it is literally like the
Yeah.
leaves and the colors and how fucking vibrant they've made it.
The cherry blossoms of feudal Japan.
But Connor, I know you'll be conflicted. Who gets best narrative?
What Connor
Can I
picked?
just say, right, what the fuck is
Last of
13
Us?
Sentinels Aegis Rim, and why is it in this category? I've never
Because its
heard of it.
narrative is groundbreaking.
My-
I don't know, but it
George
looks
Kamatani?
Pog. I'd vote for it.
My
George-
apologies
George
to the fans
Kamatani?
of the game, but I have no idea what this game is.
13 Sentinel fans are fuming at you right now.
But all like 4 of them.
Fun
Oh,
fact,
God.
there are 13 of them.
Oh god.
Fuck you! Shut up! Boo!
Boo, get
So
off the stage.
my vote is for Last of Us 2, but I'd be happy with Hades.
Yeah, these last categories are entirely just gonna be. Oh, is it? This
Yeah.
is idiot because this is the only thing in the category.
Yeah, like
Um,
these categories are all the same. I'm glad we started from the bottom.
Yeah, holy
Best game
shit.
direction, probably Alex, because you can go on all of them.
Yeah.
Yep, my vote is for Last of Us, but I think
Your heart's with Last of Us,
I
but
think
like,
Half-Life's gonna win,
yeah.
or Ghost of Tsushima.
Game of the year, I just want Hades,
Hades,
to win
I
because
would be
it's an
happy
indie.
with as again. But
Yeah. Yep.
yeah,
Yeah. Fuck it, give
Yeah.
it to Hades. It's always nice. Like it was nice when Parasite won the Oscars. It's gonna be nice if
And,
an
like,
indie
this
title
isn't
wins
on
Game
our
of the Year.
nominees, but Ghost of Tsushima has one player's choice out of Hades, Last of Us.
Oh wow!
It was Doom Eternal, Hades, Last of Us, and Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima was second by 10% until the last round, and then overtook by 10%. I'm pretty sure.
Can't wait
Damn.
for the gigantic fucking
Last of-
groundbreaking
last-
shake-up when Animal Crossing comes to win Game of the Year.
Oh,
Last of Us
it
2
could.
was
Fucking
winning,
will.
and everyone was very unhappy about it on Twitter when they released that Last of Us 2 was in the third round, like with
Yeah.
like 40% of the votes or something.
But Connor, you don't understand. SJW bad.
Yeah, I think I don't know who I'm gonna think is gonna win. I think Animal Crossing might steal it, or Ghost of Tsushima. But
See, if
I want
Animal
either
Crossing
Last of Us
steals
or
it,
Hades to
I'm
win.
gonna be immensely disappointed. Like,
I
I will
think-
actually just be like, oh,
I don't think
okay.
it's Steal if Animal Crossing wins it. I think it just shows how insanely big that game
Yeah.
exploded.
Yeah.
That's true. But I just think
it
that
will.
I think that there's other games more deserving. But that's just
Yeah.
because I'm not a big Animal Crossing or Nintendo
I
fan
think-
in general.
In this year, it deserves it.
I think,
But
I think it came out at a very good time for it,
Yeah.
you know?
there are better games in the category.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
True.
don't want Animal Crossing to get it because I'm mad at Nintendo.
Yeah, true. That'd be like that. That would be like fucking Soul getting Best Picture next year. No, guys. Okay, cheers. Thanks.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Soul is the new Disney movie coming out next year.
Oh.
It comes out
Sorry.
on Christmas
Then-
Day for free.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't want to just kill the fucking podcast. I thought Sean would at
my
least laugh.
brain like had to compute for like half a
I'm,
second.
I'm now
Sean
gonna
would at
cut
least
the
laugh
I'm
and
gonna
knows what it
cut the
is.
podcast there in the edit so that it's just Connor making a joke and then the podcast ends.
Sorry, Connor,
no.
my nose was blocked. I couldn't get it out. Literally
His
just
palms are
accidentally-
sweaty.
So overall,
Oh, my heart's sunk.
what is the audible
Overall,
meme
Last of Us
prediction?
2, best game ever. 10 out of
No,
10.
no, no. Right, not what you think. What is the prediction of what will win? What is the audible meme prediction so that tomorrow we can
Of Game of the Year?
flex that we're right on Twitter? Yeah.
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
Fuck it, Animal Crossing.
I think
Shit,
Ghost
really?
of Tsushima's gonna win, but I have like Animal Crossing's gonna fuck me up. Yeah.
Okay, Animal
Right.
Crossing. That's our
What
pick.
is
one
what
prediction
is
we
Burgers? Audible
Animal
meme
Cro-
thinks
yeah,
that Animal
unanimous.
Crossing's gonna take it, but it's not what we want.
Audible Crossing. I haven't
Audible-
even played it. But fuck it, you know.
Chrising.
Audible. Shut. Bruh.
No,
My
Horizon.
brain. Oh, here it is.
category.
What did we miss?
What
Oh,
will
did
be
we?
the
What?
Smash character tonight?
Oh, let's do this. and
Joel
end it
from
on
The Last
something
of Us.
No, Neil Druckmann, what? Geoff Keighley takes off his face mask and reveals that he has the entire time been Neil Druckmann.
Abby.
I can't wait until like fucking someone starts throwing fucking tomatoes at Troy Baker
I
when he
don't.
gets up on stage.
What are our options, Sean? I'd like.
Yeah,
to-
what
is
are
it
our
just
options?
anyone?
This is- just for reference, this is the middle character in the second Fighter's Pass, and as far as we know, it will be the last one. So
Okay.
there's this one, and then I think 2 more, because there's 6 of them. So
Man, they've been releasing characters for
it's gonna
that
be
for a while.
huge. The game turned
Do
3
we
years
have
old.
options, Sean, or is it literally just a guessing game?
It's a guessing game. I've seen literally no leaks.
Master
Correct.
Chief.
Yeah, I think
That is
Honestly, man,
Connor's
they added
lock of the
Sans.
week.
They added fucking Sans.
I legitimately, it's gonna be a
Zagreus
huge
from Hades.
character.
He's-
They can't go right. We're revealing someone at the Game Awards and then be like, it's the Dodo from Animal Crossing. They can't.
no, I imagine.
think it will be Boris
imagine it's
Johnson.
like whoever wins Game of
The
the Year.
Nintendo
Imagine-
Switch family of consoles.
Imagine it's whoever wins Game of the Year gets the character in Smash.
Hot Hades and Smash. Hot Hades and Smash.
Zagreus for Smash.
Doom guy in
Okay.
Smash would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be
right.
cool.
I feel like they do that because people have been saying, "Oh, they'll do it for like ages." Right, it's like Animal Crossing wins Game of the Year. Oh, there's Doom. There's Doom guy.
I think
Oh God, he just got the chair.
when the guy gets in, they'll make a joke with like him and Isabel.
Yeah.
That's exactly what my prediction was.
I
I
think
respect
And it would make
That's a
sense
vibe.
that they've been thinking about Doom Guy since everyone was hyped about them both coming out at the same time. So Doom Guy would
Yeah.
make sense. It works out in the
God,
timeline.
what a, that would be the weirdest timeline in my head, though. Just like Doom guy for Smash.
Doom Guy for
Maybe
Smash, man.
Steve is in Smash.
Yeah.
I want Doom Guy.
Steve
I
and Sans
I
are
changed
in
my vote
Smash.
from Master
You can
Chief
be a
to Doom Guy.
Sans creeper in
Hey,
Smash Bros. Okay.
Bear in mind, I would like to make this known. Me and Joseph called that Sans was gonna be the Smash release 2 seconds before they revealed it because we both, as a joke, at the same time went, "Oh, I bet it's gonna be fucking Sans," and then Megalovania started playing. Yeah,
And tears started streaming down Sean's face.
you're not even like I was laughing that hard. I started fucking crying. I was just
Oh
like, I
my
cannot
God.
believe. Right, mate, it's either gonna be the Chief or it's Doom Guy. If it's someone else,
Yeah.
turn the stream off. Turn the stream off. Fuck it.
For reference, this is huge. The last time they revealed someone at the Game Awards was the very first DLC character, and it was Joker from Persona 5, and that was huge.
It wasn't Waluigi.
Yeah, man,
and
Sans
I'm
is
not
just the costume, but like, he's still in
a
Smash
costume for
Bros.
who?
Yeah,
For
Well,
Mii
he's
Who's the
Fighter.
costume for?
the Mii
You can
Fighter.
dress up the
Yeah.
Miis.
No, Mii
Oh.
Fighter is just the costume for Sans. Everyone's a skeleton underneath.
But yeah,
Fuck's sake, Gilbert.
it's gonna be Master Chief or it's gonna be Doom Guy, and I think it's
Doom
leaning
Guy,
towards
yeah.
Doom Man.
I think Doom Guy.
Doom Man.
I
it's
want
the
it to be
Doctor
Doom Guy,
Doom.
frankly.
Fantastic Four. I thought Doom Guy. Master Chief would be funny, but Doom Guy.
But Doom Guy. Right? We
Is
call
that
it?
the audible meme? Sign
We're
of
calling it. We're
Yeah.
cutting.
I think
Hell
this is the
yeah.
end of the podcast.
Thanks.
Thank you,
Make
anyone
sure,
for
who's...
having
make sure
me,
to hit the
guys.
cut on a weird part.
Okay.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks anyone for watching, whether it's on Twitch, YouTube, Spotify, or any other podcast platforms, because we're on them all now.
You can now hear our train wreck on 3 different platforms.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So feel free to watch us
Be sure
live.
to spam
and-
the Twitter account asking for me to come back.
Yeah.
Please
We will
reply.
only let him back
cock
with
and-
sufficient amount of spam, okay? It
We'd
is
like,
your fault
the
if Connor
spam
does
of
not
Cock
return.
and Ball Torture Connor. That's Cock and Ball Torture Connor at the @Audible Meme Twitter.
Hell
That
yeah.
is our @, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just at Audible Meme.
Wow, I can't believe you got that handle.
I know. Nobody else wanted it. I wonder why. But yeah, thanks for watching. See ya. Same pog time, same pog hour.
Same pog. Same pog
Pog
out.
time.